Hello everyone, Dr. Fred McAlpin from Premier Orthopedic Associates. As a working parent of 3 student athletes, I know how challenging it can be to make every game in person for so many reasons these days. I wish that I had more of those special moments on video to share with our loved ones, near and far, for years to come. Our team here at Premier Orthopedics is proud to partner with our friends at BFA Sports to support South Jersey schools and their families to provide all of you with virtual front row seats to cherish these special memories for years to come. Now, for 24 years and counting, we are grateful to be the premier choice of orthopedic pain management care for so many families. From discovery and assessing an injury to the recovery through physical therapy, we are here to serve you. Although we hope we don't see you soon, we're here for you when you need us. Well, it's almost game time. As parents, we have helped our kids by shooting hundreds of basketballs and throwing just as many baseballs to bring them to their current great skill level. And we aren't as young as we used to be. Don't worry, we can help you too. Hey, enjoy the game.
Good evening and welcome from Underhill Park in Mays Landing, New Jersey. It's the Rivalry Game of the Week powered by who?
RK Chevrolet.
Well, I wanted to make sure it wasn't GameChanger or RK Chevrolet.
Throw them all in.
They're all in. We'll throw them all in tonight. Al Fisher along with my new brother from another, Mike Gill, 97.3 ESPN. And, of course, my other brother from another, Doug Stasic. Coming to you live here again from Underhill Park. And
I don't have the credentials that Gil has, so I'm here for the ride.
Yeah, but he's the legendary voice of 97.3 ESPN here in South Jersey. And Michael, welcome aboard tonight.
Good to be here, guys. This is a nice little inter-district game between Oakcrest, Cedar Creek. A lot of familiar faces out here. And obviously, you got kids who know each other, so this should be a fun one tonight. You got Will Grayson on the mound for Oakcrest, a kid I know pretty well, and should be, he's the Oakcrest Falcons sophomore, and, already at the top of their rotation as a sophomore. So we'll see what big Will Grayson brings to the table tonight.
Well, it says a lot about Will Grayson as a sophomore being on the mound in this big game. They're looking forward to seeing that. He'll be facing his opponent on the mound is Nathan Kennedy.
Yeah, Kennedy, a left-hander, one of the tougher, guys you'll face in the Cape Atlantic League. Pretty much when Cedar Creek puts him on the mound, they feel like they have a very good chance to win the game. So you got a really good pitching matchup tonight. And I think one key to watch in the game, Al, is behind the plate, Dave Connolly's been hurt, and he has not caught for a while here. So the Oakcrest Falcons have been trying to find someone to catch. They had to bring Adrian Frippo, their shortstop. They had to bring him behind the plate now to catch for Will Grayson, and this is one of the first couple times that they've been a battery mate together.
Well, typically a shortstop is one of your best athletes on the field. It should be a I'm sorry, I got a little distracted by something here. All right, so it should not be a problem for Frippo tonight, especially coming from the shortstop position.
Yeah, he's one of their best athletes,
yep.
And he actually volunteered to catch. He said, listen, we need somebody back behind the plate that can handle this pitching staff, so he came from short behind the plate to catch for Oakcrest. So they might be listed him at short, but they're stronger behind the plate than they were before Conley got hurt.
With the fact that he volunteered, it shows he's got the real leadership on this squad. So tip of the cap to him. And here's the starting lineup.
All right, Cedar Creek's going to go with Kennedy Giordano, Ryan Manning, John McCall, Sean O'Kane, Kyle Jones, Christian Capala, Jason Fetro, and Anthony Latiza, 1 through 9 in the lineup tonight for the Pirates of Cedar Creek.
A lot of bragging rights on the line as it is Rivalry Day. And what better game? You circle this on the calendar, inter-district. These guys know each other well. Have an opportunity based on even where you live that you could head over to Cedar Creek for certain programs that they run as you're headed and preparing yourself for college. But we got a lot of noise on Twitter and DMs and text messages of players, coaches, and fans alike. Looking forward to this one.
Well, I'll tell you guys, Cedar Creek is, this is a really good program. They have been one of the better Group 2 programs. They have, had a lot of highs. Oakcrest, obviously, they're trying to get to that spot, but they got a good group of this young guys. Grayson's a sophomore here, but they got a bunch of kids who have been playing together for a while. They grew up together, playing travel and playing. A lot of these kids actually play Atlantic West. They're from the Mays Landing, Galloway, Egg Harbor Township, which form Atlantic West. And I played against a lot of these kids, man, and they are talented. They're tough, man. And it's good to see that a lot of them stuck together and went to Oakcrest together. That's been one of the problems at Oakcrest is keeping the kids to go here. And they had a group of kids from Mays Landing, Joel Thompson, who's coming back from a torn labrum. He's back here. Julian Frank, Petrangelo, Grayson. They got a bunch of kids in this lineup who have been playing together for a while.
All right, leading off for Cedar Creek is Nathan Kennedy.
Well, two-way action.
First pitch is a fastball, tails away out of the zone for a ball.
Yeah, and I coach Grayson, so he's a kid who throws pretty hard. He's a sophomore, but sometimes his control, if he has the good control, if you get the good control of Grayson, he's really tough.
There's a fastball to catch the outside corner for a strike call. It's now 1-1.
And that's the good Grayson there. When he's got that good fastball popping on the outside, he's got to throw his all-speed for strikes. That's his big thing. Does he have that secondary pitch?
And that 1-1 pitch is lined right at Ben Gehring for the first out of the inning.
And Gehring looked like that was kind of knuckling towards him. You saw his glove kind of up around his face area, but gets a 3-pitch at bat there. So Grayson will take that. Good defense behind him.
And we want out that'll bring up Michael Giordano. Should acknowledge the home plate umpire, Brian Fitzpatrick. On the bases, Frank Burbage. And that catches him on the shoulder.
That'll leave a mark.
Giordano will get a free pass to first.
Yeah, this is the thing with Will. I mean, when he's on, he can really dominate. He's got to work with his control, and that's something that you would hope as he gets older and gets a little bit more working with. But when he's on, he's on. He gets a hit batters there. We'll see how he works with out of the stretch now.
Now with a runner on first base and one down, that'll bring up Ryan Manning. And that first pitch is a fastball over for a strike call.
Great spot there. Manning's tough, by the way. This is a kid who he actually played on an A-Shore team. Galloway for a season was able to play, and he was a part of a really, really good team. Galloway kid.
Manning leading the team with a .429 batting average. Oh, nice breaking pitch over for a strike call.
It's a good sign for Will. Now, Ryan Manning is actually my girlfriend's son's name as well, so he comes out and tries off for my baseball team. It's this kid right here. I said, well, you're a lot bigger than the Ryan Manning that lives in my house.
Well, what about your Ryan? Did he take umbrage with that?
Well, he's not the same height as this Ryan.
I know. Oh, tough
he didn't
one.
Try
that
to
breaking
get out
pitch.
of the way there.
Mike Gill going to be you going to have a conversation with the home plate umpire?
Well, it looks like the fans agree with me.
Second hit batsman in a row for Grayson.
He just kind of stuck his elbow out there. It looked like a breaking ball and didn't get a really chance to break much because he kind of got his elbow. Yep. I kind of agree with the crowd over here.
Well, you want to.
And by the way, Brian Fitzpatrick and I have gone nose to nose plenty of times, so he's okay with me maybe questioning a couple.
I hope he doesn't throw you out of the booth. That'll bring up the full hitter, John McCole. Grayson wheels around and tries to chase him back.
John McCall.
John McCall?
Yeah, McCall. Grew up with his dad, so he might come over and have words if we get that one wrong.
I have MCCCOLL.
That's right, but it's pronounced
it's
McCall.
Okay. There's no phonetic spelling with this, so I didn't know.
No
My
worries.
apologies to the McCall family.
Sorry, man. We'll put an error in the book next to your announcing name
great.
here.
I'm sure there's plenty of them.
EP. EPXP.
All right, 2 runners on, only 1 out. Looking for a force play of some kind. It's McCall squares and takes it over for a strike call.
This Oakcrest team, they've been in 1-run games all year. Holy Spirit 10-9, 6-5 Holy Spirit, 5-4 Pennsville, 13-12 St. Joe. So they are right there.
5 out of their 9 losses. 1 win.
Yeah, I was talking with Grayson's dad, who I do work with, and you see him on Fox 29, and he said, man, we're right there. We're just young, and you got Will as a sophomore here really leading the pitching staff. Good spot.
Fastball over for a strike call on the outside corner.
It's a good pitch, man. This is where, you hit a couple guys. How do you spare back down? How do you kind of shake that off, get a ground ball, and get me out of this inning here?
Breaking ball hit the short. Could it be 2? At second over to first. And McCall fell running to first base. That's a double play to end the inning.
What do you say?
So,
Give me a ground ball and get me out of the inning
I got to
here.
tell you something. You're like the great Kreshkin. All right, so no runs, no hits, or 1 hit, no errors, none left. We will go to the bottom of the first. Your score, 0-0 here on BFA.
It's a perfect day for baseball and the perfect time to call our friends at Perfect Turf to get your yard in championship season form. That's right, Josh Walters and his team, the official landscapers of BFA Sports, are waiting for your call to tell you all about their spring mulch specials. So don't run out and grab those bags. Grab the phone, call Josh and his team. They'll swing for the fences and make your yard look like the MVP.
And welcome back. As we move to the bottom of the first inning, Nathan Kennedy taking his warm-up tosses.
Yeah, Alec Kennedy's a lefty. Big number for him is the control, 28 strikeouts in 17 innings. That's the impressive number. 14 walks, though, in 17 innings. Got to get those walks down. He's only given up 6 earned runs in 17 innings this year. 28 strikeouts, as we mentioned. So big strikeout pitcher, but he's got to limit the walks for them to be successful.
He's got a very respectable ERA at 3.16 as well, so obviously those walks haven't completely killed him. And leading off for the Oakcrest Falcons is Julian Frank. The first pitch to him. Fastball right at the knees, over for a strike call. And the 0-1 pitch is top foul to first base side.
Frank, the lefty, that first pitch down and in on his knees, bang. I mean, that's a spot for Kennedy. If he can live there with the lefty, he's going to win that battle all night.
A great way to start off the batter. And ahead of the count, 0-2.
Coming up.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, ground up the middle. Kennedy snags it and throws the first and gets him.
Field into your position. That was right back at him, and it's tough because this is a big mound. I mean, you take a look how steep this mound is. If that ball hits that mound in a weird spot, it can kind of trickle away from him. But Kennedy did a real good job. Spun to first, nice throw. And that, sometimes, by the way, that's not the easiest throw to make for a pitcher, believe it or not.
No, it isn't. Seen it plenty of times, Mike. That'll bring up Adrian Firpo.
There's PFPs, man.
And a swing and a miss by Furpo, a little bit out of the zone.
Yeah, Furpo, he's catching as we talked. He played short. They moved him to catcher. He hits in the 2-hole. He's a guy that people have their eye on.
And the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball. That's a pretty breaking pitch.
Now
by
he's
Kennedy.
got him, and now he's got him confused. He said they were all fastballs. The first 2 hitters, he threw him a fastball. Then he throws that thing. Now it's 0-2. Little fastball high here. Get it up over his hand. See if you can get him chasing.
Kennedy winds in the 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Count remains 0-2 to Furpo.
And that's a low. Instead of going up over the hands, he went a little low to see if he can get him chasing. Now, see if he comes back with the fastball up, or maybe shows him that spinner again. Looks like they're going away from him.
Kennedy gets his sign and winds in the 0-2 pitch. Lifted to left field and hooking fair. It stays fair and will fall for a base hit. It's a hard one to track up in the sky. Looked like it was going foul, but then fell pretty quickly. So single for Furpo with 1 out.
Yeah, tight to the line down there. Good piece of hitting. He's ahead in the count. You look here on the GameChanger replay. Got under it a little bit. It looped it out there, but left field is shading him over a little bit, and it bounces right before the foul line. Good piece of hitting there by Furpo.
So the first hit of the ball game goes to Adrian Furpo, and that'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Joel Thompson.
And Joel's a kid who has a lot of control of the bat. Wouldn't be surprised if a bunt in this situation with Joel. He's a guy who puts the ball in play a lot.
First pitch is a beautiful breaking ball over for a strike call.
He's playing shortstop. 3-hitter, gamer, dad's a coach. I've had many battles with this kid.
And he looks to square the bump, but does not go. There goes the runner. Here's the throw, and not in time. So Furpo steals second base.
Gotta like the aggression there, too. Get a runner on base. Watch here. Fakes the bunt. There's the throw, and he gets a great jump. The throw, I mean, even with a good jump, the throw's on the other side of the bag. Who knows if it's on the right side of the bag, if they can sneak one in there.
So Furpo finds himself in scoring position. See what Thompson can do. Possibly bring the first run as he calls timeout.
We talked about, though, don't be surprised the 3-hole hitter shows bunt, and he showed bunt on that here. Joel Thompson is one of those kids that will do the right play. Doesn't care what his stats are.
Kennedy tires of Furpo dancing over there at second base and winds around and chases him back.
Now with 1 out, you're going to put a bunt down. You got Fetro at third, kind of even with the bag here. Probably don't see a bunt.
And he does square it. Drops it down nicely. Nice play by Kennedy to throw. And it's
does.
wide. And the first run of the ball game will cross the plate in Adrian Furpo. Here's the throw down to second. Not in time. As Thompson gets to second base, and you called it. Again, that's your 2 for 2 tonight.
I know, and you take a look at, I know Joel Thompson, and I know that he's a kid that will put the bunt down. I mean, he has no problem with that coach. Whatever the sign is, and he gets that sign, he is not going to hesitate to put the bunt down. I've seen him do it against me way too many times, and that bunt right there is a perfect bunt, especially the lefty feels it. He's got a spin, and it's a tough throw.
How about the fact that he somehow got the first baseman's glove off on top of it all? You don't see that move every so often.
There's a low throw. He's got a, and look, Thompson's busted it down the line. Give him credit for that, too.
Thompson finds himself at second base in scoring position with a runner across for the Falcons. And that first pitch to Healy is fouled back.
It's just a really good bunt. I mean, it's a tough play. And I'll tell you, it's, again, the 3-hitter, you're telling him to bunt. How many times do you see that in the Cape Atlantic League? Hey, I'm going to tell my 3-hole hitter, and he's going to willingly do it. That kid willingly did it.
Selfless ball player. And one pitch is popped up in the infield. Kennedy making the call and making the grab.
See Kennedy was looking over at O'Kane like, hey, you helping me out here? And Kane's like, nope, you got it.
Well, with the skin field, it's a little different, right? Like you had mentioned the mound, but you don't have that different sensation when you're the pitcher coming off the mound onto the grass. So here it's just like, all right, well, as long as I'm going downhill, I'm good.
Yeah, there are many that aren't bothered by the skin field. I would not be in that category. I am not a fan of the skin field. It is a different dimension of a game.
A.J. Constantini with 2 outs. And Thompson at second base takes the first pitch high for a ball.
Got to give Costantini some credit. We were doing a Cedar Creek playoff game for basketball. And Costantini was giving our BFA crew, we'll call it some tongue-in-cheek type of love, or more or less. And I was like, all right, Costantini, you want us to do some Oakcrest? Let's do it for baseball. And he's like, Cedar Creek, it's on. True story.
Oh, nice. And a 1-1 pitch has popped up in the infield. Making the call is O'Kane. Actually, McCall calls him off. And I said it right this time.
You did.
That'll end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We will go to the top of the second with your score, 1-0 Falcons here on BFA.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
All right, move to the top of the second inning as Will Grayson takes the mound with a 1-run lead after his team puts a run across on some small ball, Mike Gill.
Yeah, small ball from Joel Thompson. Not surprising. Again, if you've watched Joel over the years, he's one of the most selfless players in this area, and he put down a perfect bunt, and it gives, I would imagine, an underdog Falcons team the lead.
Did you lay any shekels on that one? Was it like plus 150?
I talked to his dad before the game, and he told me, I guarantee Joel bunts the first time up. That's how I knew.
Wow.
This guy has he has all kinds of sources, Al.
His father and I we've battled many times, and he saw me walk up here tonight, and he said, the last time I saw you here, you knocked me out of the playoffs. And his team was the number 1 seed, and we were the 8th seed. We were not very good. And, I just outfoxed him. What can I say? And then we beat him in the state finals.
Fox is definitely not a word that would be associated with you. I can tell you that right now.
So you outfoxed him on a coaching standpoint, not an athletic standpoint.
No, that wasn't happening.
All of it.
All of it?
All of it. Wow. All right. Gil,
Joe's a good dude, man. He's a good guy to coach again. He is intense. In fact, I've seen him get thrown out of games because he's so intense. As I said.
This must be a camper.
Joel's a coach's son.
In a tent? Camper?
Yeah.
Tense.
Gotcha.
Intense.
Yeah. Right. Al's got a lot of dad jokes.
All right.
Dude, I'm too young for the dad jokes.
Oh man. Third hit batsman for Grayson. And Sean O'Kane will get a leadoff walk.
Sean's dad, John O'Kane, right there.
I'm being entertained by some of the fans.
Oh, yeah? Fired up?
Arguing that the batters aren't making an attempt to move. Well, you're in the batter's box.
I will say one of them I thought I agreed with him.
I kind of agreed with you on that one as well. And at first pitch of Kyle Jones is on the outside corner for a strike.
If I know Will Grayson the way I do, he's not hitting anybody on purpose.
No. And kudos to him to get out that ground play double ball to end that inning.
Well, and that's the thing. He hits 2 guys. He got first and second. That's where composure is such a big thing for a pitcher. Okay, you got 2 guys on, but guess what? You have 1 out, and you have the ability to get a double play ball. And that's what he threw, a double play ball. At this level, a ground ball to short's got to be 2. And you got Joel playing short. And you get a nice double play there. Now, they helped it by the fact that the runner fell on his face on his way up the line. But still, that's a double play ball. Hard hit right at the shortstop. That's got to be a double play ball. So you have to forget the fact that you hit 2 guys and get out of that. And a sophomore to do that, that's a big job.
And pitch is foul back.
The BFA side-by-side coaches, Cam. It's a rare occurrence where they say 2 pair of eyes are better than 1. You get 2 angles for 1.
And a 1-2 breaking ball misses the mark. O'Kane will get the second base without a throw.
You know, that as we talked about, Dave Conley is another one of these group of kids who have all played together. He's out, the catcher. So he's a guy, great arm from behind the plate.
So big spot for Kyle Jones at a runner in scoring position to possibly knot this one up at 1. He rips that one to right field. That'll fall for a base hit. O'Kane will stop at third base. And we've got runners at the corners with nobody out.
Good piece of hitting by Jones. Pitches on the outside part of the plate. Steps into right field. Takes it to right field. Now you got first and third with nobody out. Now you're in a tough spot here.
We have Christian Coppola.
That's Coppola.
Coppola. So it's no relation to Francis Ford Coppola.
No. But,
Coppola.
great.
I'm sorry.
Close.
Yeah.
Great family, very heavily involved in the historic town of Smithville. Tony Coppola and family. So good to see Christian out here. Pitched yesterday, matter of fact. I think if I'm not mistaken, that's 3 in a row for the Pirates. Coach Ryan Flannery pretty pumped up to see some momentum coming into this one.
So you got, of course, the runner for the catcher over at first. We'll see. Got a first and third situation, and you know you have a guy who's not used to catching in this spot.
That first pitch hits the mark for a strike call.
Work ahead. See if the runner takes off in this spot here. It's a big spot. Can't panic. You're at the bottom of the lineup here. See if you can, get somebody to chase, get a strikeout, put yourself back in position to get a double play. There he goes, trying to see if that runner's going to move. Smart play. If it's a called throw over. You have a big boy at the plate here. You don't want to get anything up. There he goes.
And he does throw down to second base. And O'Kane decides to hold at third. Nice job right there.
That's a big play by Thompson, by the way, as he's going one way and the ball's going the other. He has to dive. If that ball gets into center field, the run scores. So big play there by Joel Thompson.
So now runners at second and third. Still nobody out. And a big spot for Coppola. And that breaking pitch is outside for a ball. It's now 2-1.
Obviously a strikeout's what you're aiming for in this spot here. You got a base open there, though. So if you make him try to chase, it's not the worst thing in the world. You walk a guy with the 8 and the 9 spot still coming.
Coppola swings through that one. The count evens up at 2-2.
So now, look, this is where you take a shot. Throw your off-speed pitch. See if you can get him. Almost throw it twice. Back to back. See what happens here. Because I don't mind putting him on.
And even something in the dirt. You have such a short backstop. Your runner's not going to advance over at third base more than likely.
There it is.
There's the break. Nice. Didn't get him to chase.
Follow right up with it again. Do it again.
Count now full at 3-2.
Give me your best one right here. And if you put him on, so be it. Either that or something up over his hands. Make him chase.
Oh, just missed. As Coppola draws a walk, and here it is on the GameChanger instant replay.
Nice pitch, slowing it down. Just tailed off on the outside part of the plate. Tough spot, though.
Nice job by Furpo.
And, the walk's not the worst thing in the world here. You got the 8 spot up. Get me a ground ball. You got the corners up, home to first, double in the middle, give up the run.
Jason Fretro at the plate, drives one into the gap into right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. One run's going to score. They're waving the second. Actually, they hold him up at third. And it is an RBI single for Fetro. The ball gets weighed. Here's the throw to home. And they get him at the plate.
An unbelievable turn of events. You see him slide back in, runner from second base retreats, and then a heads up what he thought was a great base running play, and dead in the sights.
So to get a double play on a ball that's a base hit to right center field that drove home a run, and you talked about the runs coming home. The problem was, Al, they all had a tag, so everybody's tagging on the play. The ball hits, the run comes home to score, but because everybody's tagging, the runners were kind of jammed up on the bases. They get the out at second, they come home and get a out at the plate. Double play.
It's one of the most unique double plays I've ever seen.
And not only do you get the double play in that situation, you got 2 outs, a runner on first, and the 9-hole hitter up. So you can salvage an inning where you only give up a run where you had it looked like complete disaster happening.
Anthony Letizia at the plate takes that one over for a strike call. Count evens up at 1-1.
Gotta imagine the Flannery is not happy with the base running on that play.
Well, I
Just gonna imagine.
Yeah.
So I'm watching O'Kane trying to score. He's holding up, right?
I thought the play was dead, by the way.
I didn't. Yeah. I had no idea.
I only had
Coppola got caught at second base until I saw the replay.
I only had the vantage point because I could see all the camera shots still rolling, and then it's where I'm like, wow, this ball is still live.
Nice pitch.
Oh, nice pitch. And he gets him swinging, and that'll end the inning, but not before the Pirates knock this one up in the top half of the second. We'll move to the bottom half of the second with your score 1-1 right here on BFA.
Hi, I'm Chris Brown, CEO of Close Point USA. Today, we're in our Marlton office meeting our staff and our team that services our clients and our referral partners throughout the state of New Jersey. Here at Close Point USA, we are the premier real estate settlement company. We service our clients throughout the state of New Jersey and the state of Pennsylvania. Close Point USA has 3 primary offices, one in Somerville, New Jersey, Marlton, New Jersey, and Washington Township. We've been in business for 23 years and have closed over 44,000 real estate transactions.
All right.
Wow. We're very
All right, we're back. Couple of heavy fingers on the GameChanger replay, but we're going to have a shot, I think, to show you the chaotic play that was back in the frame.
So it looked like, I guess the throw came in to the cutoff man. The guy was drifting off the base, kind of leisurely.
Well, Coppola overran second base.
He leisurely, like he was taking a turn towards third because he didn't think there was a throw, and the throw comes in behind him. And then the guy on third figured, okay, they're not paying attention to me. I'm going to break for home.
Right. You think he went on his own? You think coach sent him?
I think the guy at second believed he was the trail runner, thinking if he's going to go for anybody, it's going to be the guy going home.
Right. All right, Mason Kurtz leads this one off in the bottom of the second inning. The first pitch is a little bit low for a ball. Mike Gill working on his umpiring skills from the booth today. And the 1-0 pitch. Over for a strike call. Looked almost identical to the last one. I said almost.
Yeah, the first one was a little low, I guess.
Count 1-1 now to Mason Kurtz. And the 1-1 pitch is lifted to center field. Hit fairly deep. And what a grab!
Over the fence. Wow, I mean, look at this. Watch this.
Ryan Manny making that catch.
Just goes back, and he looks like he's just camped out under it, and then bang, just out of room, and then that extra step takes him, and there goes the fence, and he goes over it.
Luckily, they knock over the BFA camera out there in center field.
That's right.
That ball really carried it.
It did.
Especially the wind blowing in. I'm surprised. All right, Tony Petrangelo with one out.
Petrangelo is DHing for Gunnar Smith, who's the right fielder.
Right.
So Will Grayson, the pitcher, is in the lineup. He's on deck.
Pitch is fouled off the screen.
Petrangelo, I know he can swing the bat. He's come up many times in some big situations over his years playing with this group. I believe he has a twin brother.
You want to do some work behind the scenes after that? We'll see.
Just trying to rack my memory from playing against these group of kids so much.
Count 0-2 to Petrangelo. With nobody on and one out. And another hit batsman this time by Nathan Kennedy. I believe that's the 4th of the game.
Yeah, 3 from Grayson, 1 from Kennedy.
So Petrangelo will be a one-out base runner, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Will Grayson.
Yeah, Will, I mean, obviously sophomore, he's struggling a little bit at the plate here, but he's a big, strong kid when he gets a hold of one. He can help himself out in this spot, even if he gets something down here. Get something on the ground, just get the runner over, put yourself with the runner in scoring position.
And the first pitch to Grayson's a breaking ball, low and inside for a ball.
Yeah, that was a good vertical break, 12-6. The bottom dropped out of that one.
Also a good hold to not go after that. You could see that he was trying to, and then he
good discipline.
Himself up.
Yep. 1-0 pitch is a fastball fouled back at the screen.
But Grayson plays third when he's not pitching, so he does hit. A lot of pitchers nowadays, you know, they just don't hit.
Right.
But he does play in the field.
He plays third base.
Yeah,
typically there's pop at third, too.
Yeah, no, he's pretty good over there.
And a 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that hangs outside and low for a ball.
Yeah, you can see that coming out of his hand. You wonder if, I mean, if I'm 45 years old, if I could see it, you wonder if the Oakcrest kids are also picking that up. You could see that pitch coming out of his hands there.
Count now 2-1 to Will Grayson. And that 2-1 fastball is low and inside. Count now moves to 3-1.
You know, one of the things with Oakcrest, the team trying to manufacture some runs here, it's tough to run. You got a lefty who throws pretty well, so you got to manufacture a couple of ways to get some runs on the board like they did in that first inning with a bunt.
3-1 pitch is low for a ball, so Grayson draws a walk. We got 2 runners on with only 1 out.
And what's big there is you now turn the lineup over. Because now you get 2 on, even if you had a double play here and you get out of the inning by chance, you're back to the top of the order. So that walk there gets the order turned back around. But even if you get out here, turn that lineup back over with runners on base. That's a big walk right there.
Spot here for Ben Gehring to you put another run on the board for Oakcrest. Go over to second base, but not in time as that one gets out to center field, but not very far. So no advancement by the runner.
Yep. Now, this would be an interesting spot to see if you lay a bunt down.
I was just about to say the same thing. Saw this yesterday in the EHT St. Augustine game. Similar situation. Elected not to drop one. Oh.
And it looks like he tried to. As that one lifted in the air, they're going to double him off at second.
Oh.
And they get him over at second. A double play bunt in the air. Gets Petrangelo at second. Here it is on the GameChanger instant replay.
Well, they were playing the bunt. They knew it was coming. And, I mean, to be honest with you, Gehring just didn't look like he had a lot of desire to put that bunt down.
Yeah,
he had the bunt
You got to keep the barrel over the top of the ball. He had it underneath.
And it's a high pitch. He tries to bunt at a pitch. It's not a good pitch to bunt. And he gets it up in the air. It's a good pitch by the pitcher to make in a spot where I think he figured, here comes the bunt.
All right, we will move to the top of the third inning with your score 1-1 here on BFA.
We're here at the brand new RK Service Center. We've got to be super excited about all the things that are going on here at RK.
We are. We're super excited. We've been waiting this for a long time. We're very proud of this facility. We are hiring new technicians, so we're offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus. You can check with our managers in terms of the details on that. But along with that, we offer healthcare, dental, eye, 401k with a match, and on it goes.
No better place to look than right here at RK Auto Group.
RKAutogroup.com, but individually for each manufacturer would be myrkchevy.com, myrkkia.com, and myrksubaru.com.
Top of the third inning, we go. Knotted up here 1-1 here on BFA Sports.
I did get confirmation on that.
You did?
There is
On what?
triplets, the Petrongelos.
Petrongos have triplets.
I knew he had a brother. I didn't know he had two brothers that were the same age. You asked same age? I said, I think they're twins. I'm finding out they're triplets.
Will Grayson back on the mound for Oakcrest.
Now, mind you, I haven't coached against these kids. They were 13 years old. So how many years ago was that? 4?
You're how old?
Me? What's that difference?
You may want to go in and get yourself checked.
4?
I can remember every play Joel Thompson
He's an
punted
old-timer.
against me.
Well, Mike
Every
sat down.
bunt he laid down, I can tell you.
Gil sat down in a chair when he came here, and he's like, this field here, I hit a home run back in
Grand slam.
1989.
Grand
Slam and a 3-run homer.
And a 3-run homer in the same game.
Yeah, I guess you would remember that one.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe
the funny part
wait a minute. He didn't remember kids from 9 years ago. How would he remember that far back? So I'm telling you, he's probably making things up in his head.
They weren't
Al
on
once-
my team. They were my opponents.
Al once ate a grand slam in a triple play and one sitting at Denny's.
All right, we're back at the top of the order with Nathan Kennedy. Worked himself out a little jam.
On that, real quick, I saw my baseball coach, Gary Haig, at Mainland. I saw him not too long ago, and he remembered that I hit a grand slam and a 3-run homer on this field. I said, that's pretty good that you remember that.
He probably remembered the last day that he had to coach it, too. Thank God. He's like, I'm done with Gil.
Yeah, he was crying. How am I going to get anybody out now?
Kennedy lined out the second base, his first time up. And he rips that one in the hole. That's going to go for a base hit to right field. That one gets by the right fielder. Kennedy taking a turn and going into second base with a stand-up double.
Hits
That
the
one took-
Jets.
That one took a funny hop, as you'll see it here on a GameChanger instant replay.
Yeah, it's a good job. It's a little up in the zone. He gets on top of the ball, gets it through the outfield, and then you're right. It kind of swings past Gunnar Smith, and then he falls because he's got to change direction. It did take a little bit of a weird bounce out on that outfield. And remind you, they don't play on this field, these kids. So this is some of these guys played here when they were younger, but they don't know the little quirks and bounces.
Sure. Yeah. It's interesting. Coach Flannery from Cedar Creek was talking before the game because the one thing about playing on a skin field is that you kind of understand that you should have a pretty true roll. You're not going to see crazy bad hops.
Yeah, that bad
So
hop
it hits
actually
the
hit the
outfield
outfield.
grass.
Hit the outfield grass, and that's when it came in.
Doesn't Oakcrest, they might have changed since we played there, but they had a skin field. Do they still?
The JV field's a skin field, yeah. So he waves Coach Commander off.
That wasn't really my question, but
Well, they have a grass.
most of these guys aren't playing on the JV field, but all right.
Well, if you're playing in the Al Hedelt tournament, you actually are because there's 2 fields over there. One has
We
grass.
played here for Al Hedelt.
Yeah, but not anymore. Now it's at so you play
Too
varsity
many grand
field.
slams and 3-run homers.
Yeah,
Uh,
a few too many.
yeah, they
If
renewed.
I'm hitting them out, they said this field's too small. Wow, we got to move. This guy's hitting too.
All right, Michael Giordano with a runner at second base in Kennedy in scoring position. And he shows bump, but pulls it back and takes it for a ball.
Do you continue to lay this down? Nobody out?
Definitely.
All right.
By the way, you had Healy charging at first. Garrick didn't move at second, so I'm sure he will now, but
Then we'll give you the coach's view.
As Grayson wheels around and chases Kennedy back.
and you got a runner on second here. This isn't putting the guy from first to second trying to get in a scoring position.
Right.
You got to check to see what this third baseman's going to do. Is Grayson going to field his position? Not a great pitch to bunt.
Yeah, tough
A little
pitch
over
to
your
bunt.
hands.
One of those deals where you might want to just pull that back.
Yeah, listen.
Question was
especially-
Kennedy going?
Especially Giordano's in the 2-hole, I'm sure. He probably bunts here and there, but these guys don't get asked to bunt a whole heck of a lot, Not a lot of bunt going on.
1-1 account now to Giordano.
It's not playing too far back on the bag. They're staying back for the play at 3.
Pick attempt second, not in time.
Healy's up at first. but they're back at third base there.
Yeah.
Playing about even with the bag right now.
Although with the skin infield, it is hard to kind of tell.
And a 1-1 pitch. Did he
know
make
that
contact? I don't think he did make
I think
contact.
he missed it, and
Furpo
Furpo
said
just missed it.
He just called it a strike, so he did miss it.
So now you're in that spot with 2 strikes. Do you make them bunt with 2 strikes? I would doubt it. I would think the bunt is probably off. Let's see if Oakcrest shifts their defense. They do. Healy goes back now.
Spot for Giordano in a 2-hole. Typically handles the bat well to hit behind a runner. And he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Second strikeout for Grayson, and he goes up over the hands. Good pitch on the outside part of the plate. Get the 2-hole hitter,
It's big.
on that outside part, that 2-hole hitter, just hit it behind on the right side, get the runner over to third. That's a big strikeout there.
All right, Ryan Manning, who was hit by a pitch his first time up, steps to the plate.
Made a big play in center field last inning, too.
Ooh, nice breaking pitch. Just missed.
Yeah, the snow fences can be a bit tricky at some of these fields. Just doesn't give you that real good sensation of when you're going all the way close. Chain link usually can hold yourself up. Snow fence, you're going over. But Manning, some ice in his veins on this now chilly May evening in Underhill, New Jersey.
Underhill, New Jersey.
Put it on the
Swinging and
Underhill
missing.
account.
Underhill, New Jersey. I thought this was Mays Landing. Is this like a borough of Mays Landing, Underhill?
Our graphics department on the cover page for tonight's event had listed as Underhill, New Jersey.
Yes.
So if you're in the market for some real estate, you need a real estate closing transaction, you can call Chris Brown and the team at Close Point USA. But they only close transactions in actual real cities and real towns.
Right.
But they have 3 locations, though, Marlton, Washington Township, and Somerville.
And maybe they'll put one in Underhill. Count now 1-2 to Ryan Manning. At least I hope it's 1-2 because who's doing the scoreboard, by the way? That pitch gets by. Throw down to third base.
Got him.
And they got him.
Oh, man.
By the way, Furpo got a nice hop back to him from the backstop. And it got Kennedy, who looks pretty speedy.
Well, and Kennedy got a little bit. You take a look at the replay here. This one he just missed. Just right off of the mitt, but he got it, and it took a nice bounce right back to him. And Kennedy, pulling up, it almost felt, it's almost like he thought the backstop was bigger and that he could just kind of stroll on in there.
Right.
Yeah, I think he doubted his own dirt ball read there.
So a big out for Grace as that one's hit hard to second. Gehring throws over to first, and they get him. And that'll end the inning, top of the third. 1 run, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, none left. We will go to the bottom of the third, 1-1 here on BFA.
Hi, I'm Joe Bunning from Bunning Family Pharmacy. We're so proud to once again be able to bring the best in high school athletics to you. Once again, partnering up with BFA Productions, and we're giving you that virtual front row seat at home. Thank you so much and enjoy the game.
Bottom of the third in a 1-1 contest here at Underhill Park in Mays Landing, New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen.
Al, I just want to let you know I'm available if you have any commercials you need me to star in. I don't know if you saw my work there in that last break from the Bunting Family Pharmacy, who brings the pharmacy home to you.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Mr. Bunting himself will bring sales to the, because obviously you being in the commercial probably hurt sales, I would think.
I guess that's a fair point, but Mike Gill lives in their service area, So, Mike, you ever have the Bunting Family Pharmacy deliver any prescriptions?
Well, I'm not old enough to need any prescriptions yet.
Well,
Especially the one Losing is using.
Well, we can't go there on that one right now. Maybe one day we can actually play that spot because I was actually.
I played with Joe, who was a heck of a pitcher. And I drive by Bunting Family Pharmacy almost every day.
And now the president of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League.
So if you ever need prescriptions, you'll be making that phone call, correct?
Absolutely.
All right, just making sure.
I'm in great health there, Al.
Yeah, you're a physical specimen.
You are a specimen.
Hey.
You're a physical specimen.
He's a specimen, all right. That pitch is outside for a ball. It's now 2-0. I got a lot of room to talk. You're supposed to say that, Mike. You're supposed to jump right on that and go, Al.
Oh, he's setting you up.
I guess you don't have mirrors in your house, Al. I mean, come on.
You look good.
All right, thanks. I'm good from far and far from good.
I have no disparaging things to say about anybody. Beauty is in the eye of every beholder.
Oh,
you may look at me one way. All that matters to me is how my lady looks at me, and it's much better than you two do, thankfully.
Yeah, it's amazing. She's legally blind.
She is. She takes prescriptions. Anyway, Julian Frank leads off with a walk. Oh, shoot. There was action in the back going on here.
It was only a walk. It wasn't anything special.
All right, Adrian Firpo, the runner at first base, steps to the plate. Firpo got a single his first time up.
So when you were pitching, Mike, I mean, did you do the obligatory throw back to first? Like, you didn't really need to throw, but would you do that or just step off and then go back into your motion?
Not a big throw over.
Nice cut by Firpo.
Actually had like a Terry Mulholland step off to second that I used a lot. So I actually preferred you being on second than first.
You a lefty?
No.
Oh. I was a big fan of Terry Mulholland. Liked him. Move over to first base.
You can step off with your back foot and then just turn this way. You can't see it on, but literally just turn and fling it backwards.
Swing and a miss by Firpo. Throw down to second base. Not in time.
I also had Jay Salisbury catching for me, whose son's at Egg Harbor Township. So if there was a guy on first, he wasn't getting to second because Jay Salisbury was going to throw him out. He had a cannon for an arm. So it was like, if you want to try to steal, be my guest.
So Frank steals second base. Now in scoring position with nobody out.
Asks for time, doesn't get it. I don't know if I got a chance to go back with Frank's head first slide there. It might have been about a 6, scale 1 to 10.
And that 1-2 pitch misses the mark. It's now even at 2-2. Another spot with nobody out. Do you even think about dropping a bunt here?
Not with the batter on deck coming up. He'll do it for you. No, and Firpo singled, scored. He's your guy right here. You feel pretty good he's going to put the ball in play and possibly get that guy to third.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Firpo goes down swinging for the first out.
You generally feel pretty good
sure
that he's going to put the ball in play and move that guy over. So this is an interesting spot. Joel bunted the last time he was up, but you have an out here. Now, he bunted with 1 out the last time, too.
And you've got yourself the 3-hole hitter, so obviously he can handle the bat. Probably a spot where he's swinging away. Trying to pull the baseball.
So. I would imagine. Now, third baseman's up. They're up at first, too, by the way.
And that fastball's over at the letters for a strike call.
Tell you what, man, he got a lot bigger. Jeez.
Thompson.
He has grown into a big boy.
Thompson, you mentioned, bunted for a singles last time up. We called it a single.
Yeah, tough play.
That breaking pitch hangs high and tight.
I think he's the quarterback for the football team as well. He's, pretty good athlete.
Yeah. Solidly built young man. Count even at 1-1. Again with Frank at second base and 1 out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ripped right at second. McCall scoops and fires, and they get him.
Gets the runner over. Good piece of hitting. I mean, it's a pitch he goes down and gets. He hits it hard right on the nose. But he fouled and looked it in and hit it square. He just hit it right on the ground hard.
This is sponsored by
Home Depot?
Home Depot. That's the Home Depot jingle.
Yeah.
as Gavin Healy steps to the plate. Now with 2 outs and a runner 90 feet away for the Falcons. That pitch is fouled straight back.
Big hack there, man. You know, he was anxious because he popped up to first his first time up. So he's looking for a chance to redeem himself here. He's right on that, though. See if he throws him a little off speed.
The 0-1 pitch, the breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a strike.
Now you got all the tools in the chest here, man. Upstairs.
Healy now having to get in a defense mode, down 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Fastball fouled straight back, and I jumped.
Something hit me.
Yeah, a nice little piece of like gravel.
0-2 to count now, still to Gavin Healy. Big opportunity to give the Falcons the lead with a runner 90 feet away.
I'll tell you what, he challenged him with that. That probably was a pitch they probably said, too good.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just missed outside for a ball.
Good spot. If he does swing at that and tries to pull it, just going to roll it over. Now you see if he comes back with something off speed.
Breaking pitch, popped up to right field. And the catch made there by Adam Smith, and that will end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We will go to the top of the 4th inning. Still knotted up at 1 here on BFA.
It's a perfect day for baseball and the perfect time to call our friends at Perfect Turf to get your yard in championship season form. That's right, Josh Walters and his team, the official landscapers of BFA Sports, are waiting for your call to tell you all about their spring mulch specials. So don't run out and grab those bags. Grab the phone, call Josh and his team. They'll swing for the fences and make your yard look like the MVP.
And there's some youngsters there here at Underhill Park in Mays Landing, New Jersey, over at the Little League field.
Right behind the snow fencing center of the Babe Ruth field here.
The Falcons of tomorrow. Look at this. Kick, steals, bang, strike.
Oh, all over it.
He's in the Falcon bullpen tonight, that kid.
Well, we got ourselves, I would call it a pitcher's duel right now. Not a lot of baseballs leaving the infield.
Yeah, 2 strikeouts for Grayson. He's done a good job hitting 3 guys and he's gotten out of it. And they had that double play that really helped them on a wild play back in the 2nd. There was a ball hit to the outfield. Guy comes home to score. The throw comes in. The runner overran the bag. He's out. Guy trying to come home. Double play, one of the most bizarre double plays. What was that? A 9-6-2 double play, I think you had on that one.
Good call. You did. You got it right.
Bang.
9-6-2. Bang.
And Kennedy has done a good job, too. Not a lot of strikeouts in this game, so good defense, solid play. Only 1 strikeout for Kennedy and 2 for Grayson.
Grayson will face John McCall, Sean O'Kane, and Kyle Jones here in the top of the 4th.
Score update for you guys. We had a unbelievable game yesterday at Egg Harbor Township, and now at the Cape Atlantic League with the divisional back-to-back series. The Hermits at home defeat Egg Harbor Township 16-6. Ryan Weingartner with his 6th home run of the year in that one. But by far the Hermits absolutely rolling, and they were down to their final out when Ryan Taylor hit the grand slam to bring them back from behind and eventually secure the win. Cherokee, the Chiefs fall to Bishop Eustis, which that's a bit of an upset. So the first time in a long time that Bishop Eustis not in the Diamond Classic. Cherokee, however, did punch their ticket. Little rough patch, though. They fell to Lenape earlier last week, and then they turned around and fall to Eustis. So some interesting pieces here. And Mike Gill.
Speaking of pitching, Duke McCarron, 6 2/3, no-hit ball, hit a homer, had an RBI double. Ocean City, 8-0 today over St. Joe. Duke heading to Maryland.
And way up in the other part of South Jersey, Overbrook takes out Pensgrove. And Schmidt led the offense, going 3 for 3 with 5 RBIs. So it's unique that they get to play under the lights.
Leading off the top of the 4th inning, John McCall. Did I say it right, Doug?
You did.
Oh, good. Just want to make sure. He takes that first pitch over for a strike call from Will Grayson.
Yeah, Grayson getting ahead, you know. He's hit a couple guys, but for the most part, his control's been pretty good.
I would agree with that, Mr. Gill. Yeah, 1 pitch.
Yep.
Did he get him? Did he get him, or he just threw behind him?
Threw behind him.
Threw behind him. Did not get him.
And he hit another guy just when we say his control looks pretty good. He hits the 4th guy of the game. No, but other than the hit batsmen, I mean, I don't think he has 1 walk. So he has 3 hit batsmen and a walk. Pitch to contact here at this part of the lineup.
There's a line drive at the box for a base hit.
Well, no surprise there, as John McCall not only leading the team as far as hits go, but he's also in the top 2 or 3 in the Cape Atlantic League through the end of April. So leading the team in runs and RBI.
Good piece of hitting there. You saw he got out and attacked the baseball and hit it right back up the middle, right where it was pitched. Leadoff single.
All right, with McCall at first base, that'll bring up Sean O'Kane.
O'Kane scored the run back in the 2nd. He also got hit by a pitch here, so we got hit again.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
Somebody get the ball magnet out of his pocket.
2nd time he's been hit.
And that's the 4th hit batsman, I should say.
You know, Mike, John McCall not going to be popular in your house. He's over there at second base. He's headed to Coastal Carolina. He's not going to be playing baseball for the big club, but is going to be doing the club ball thing. But being that your other half is from East Carolina, I don't think making any fans.
Are they rivals?
It's Carolinas, baby. Everybody's a rival. It's not Duke, North Carolina, but still a rival.
I think that's a stretch, but I'll go with it. Coastal Carolina.
And Jones drops a nice bunt to third. He might beat that one out, but no, he doesn't. Nice play over there at third base by Mason Kurtz to get him.
Coastal Carolina's had a pretty good football program the last couple of years. They probably beat East Carolina.
Oh, well, they've made the big jump. They went from, 1AA or the FCS into the FBS. And they actually won the College World Series back in 2016.
I bet you that campus is awesome.
Have you ever been?
Nope.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's why I said I bet you it is.
Fantastic.
If I had been, I would have said I know it is.
I was down there last weekend.
Were you?
I drove right by. Yep. Beautiful campus.
Tough spot right now, 2nd and 3rd. You got the bottom of the order here. See if you could try to get a strikeout again.
Christian Coppola.
There you go.
Coppola. There's a line drive to right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. They're going to wave the 2nd. He's going to score easily. And it's a stand-up double.
Really good piece of hitting here. Coppola just steps in, drives it to right center field, and easily the runners are off. You could see that ball was going to be in. And a 2-run RBI. There you go.
There it is again.
And Gunnar Smith does a good job of cutting it off there, but not before the runs can get home, and the runner gets to second base. Because if that ball gets to the fence, he probably gets third.
So 2 RBIs for Coppola. That'll bring up Jason Fetro. Got the first RBI of this ball game. That first pitch is low and away for a ball.
Pirates in a big spot. They could rip this one wide open off the bat of Fetro.
He had an RBI single his last time up, too, so another RBI spot for him.
That pitch is outside for a ball.
Nobody warming up in that Oakcrest bullpen quite yet.
Yeah, we're actually broadcasting from the bullpen.
Count now 2-0 to Fetro.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. By the way, you look down the left field lines here. I mean, there's a really good crowd down that left field line.
Well, Tuesday night lights, for high school baseball, not a lot of fields available that you can play under the lights, and so certainly these two got together. We're like, hey, we're in. Little rivalry game. Everybody else, game's already in the book, so plenty of people at home taking this one in if you're a high school baseball fan.
That 2-0 pitch. It's in the dirt for a ball. It's now 3-0 to Fetro. Again, with a runner at second base and still only one out. 2 runs across for the Pirates.
And, you know, you got a base open here with the 9-hole hitter up next. 3-0 count, probably pitch around here.
And a good take by Fetro. That catches the mark for a strike call.
You really don't
Hitter's
get
pitch right now.
You don't get an appreciation for how big a major league field is until you kind of see this infield with just dirt, just the skid field. Like that's enormous. That's a look from our third base dugout camera, and it just seems like he's on second base, and it's an eternity from the mound.
Looks like he's in another zip code over there. All right, count now full to Fetro. And the payoff pitch from Grayson. Fouled straight back.
Good job by Grayson getting back in the count here. And now has a chance to pick up another strikeout, big out with the 8-hole hitter, the 9-hole hitter who he's already struck out once waiting on deck. So it's one of those things, too, where, hey, can I throw a 3-2 off-speed pitch here? I don't mind putting you on, setting up a double play. If I can get that strikeout, I'm going to throw you something off-speed here.
Grayson gets a sign from Firpo, and a payoff pitch. Breaking ball. Oh, got him looking. So Fetro goes down looking on strikes. A nice breaking pitch coming from Grayson right here.
Oh, man.
And that's a great job, by the way. Grayson trusted his stuff and just saying, hey, I'm going to throw this curveball, and if I can get it in there, I get a strikeout. And if not, I set up a double play. It's a great spot. And that's being a sophomore trusting your off-speed pitch. That's a sign of a good pitcher.
Anthony Letizia, who struck out his last time up.
So many times, Al, where you trust the pitcher more than he trusts himself, and you'll call, hey, I want you to throw a 3-2 curve, and they don't want to do it. They don't trust it enough yet.
Grayson showing a lot of poise in this situation. That was absolutely gorgeous breaking pitch. And is that first pitch over for a strike? It was? Okay. I think it's 2-0 actually to Letizia. All right. No problem, Ryan. I got your back.
Great night, man. Clear.
Yeah, clear night. A little brisk.
I'm okay.
I know you're okay.
You must be the other guy.
Yeah, I'm the other guy. That one gets by Firpo, and the runner will advance to third.
Capola's a big kid, man.
He is big. Thinking the same thing when I saw him running at second base. A 3-0 pitch. Over for a strike call. Letizia was taken all the way.
He was down 3-0 the last hitter, came all the way back.
Yep.
And this is the guy you want right here. You don't want to turn it over to Kennedy if you don't have to.
That's where you're thinking just straight fastballs and make him hit the baseball. And that one got away from him. That's ball 4 as Letizia draws a walk. So runners at the corners with 2 outs, and we're back to the top of the order with Nathan Kennedy.
Did his job. Get back to the top of the lineup.
And it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, you set up a force at second, but you're also dealing with the top of the order here.
Nathan Kennedy now steps to the plate. He lined out the second base his first time up and doubled in the third. Swinging the bat well already in this baseball game. Over to first base. Not in time. Capola decides he's going to stay right there.
Yeah, he's just trying to see if the runner's going to break with first and third to see if he can kind of get him.
Capola, as big as he is, looks like he could get the home plate in about 4 strides. Back to first again. Oh, they might have got him. Oh, got back just in time. I don't know if we have that on the BFA instant replay, but that was close.
Was good move. And you know, he throws over once, the runner's thinking, he's just trying to see if I'm going or not. You don't anticipate sometimes he's going to throw over that second time.
Well, he impressed the poise of Will Grayson. There's a ball laced to left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Another run scores, and it's now a 4-1 ball game. As Kennedy strolls into second with a double.
Great piece of hitting. Kennedy goes down in the zone, puts the barrel of the bat through the ball opposite field, pitch on the outside part of the plate, steps in, drives it to left center field, a 2 RBI double. And now you got second and third a chance to really bust this game up. You keep it here, it's a 3-run game, but a base hit here probably, and they're going to go talk to Grayson here. But that's just a really good piece of hitting by Kennedy, as it's a tough pitch on the outside part. And so many times these young kids, they want to pull everything. Nobody wants to, you tell them, a single counts to left field just like it counts to right field. And that's hard to, everybody wants to try to pull the ball. And he does a great job of going opposite field there.
Mike, that is my favorite piece of hitting when I watch a player stay back on the baseball and hit the opposite way. That's artistry.
Yeah, and that's a sign of a good hitter. That's
Yes,
a sign of somebody who gets it, who's
Right.
willing to hit and use all fields. It's a term you don't hear a whole heck of a lot anymore. Use all fields,
Yeah.
but, it's very Tony Gwynnish right there.
Gorgeous piece of hitting from Nathan Kennedy. He knocks in a run and gives himself a
Still-
little bit of hope.
Still no action in the bullpen for Oakcrest, so Coach got to feel confident in his main guy, Grayson, trying to get out of this one.
All right, Michael Giordano, who struck out back in the third and was hit by a pitch in the first. And the first pitch still. Fastball just misses outside for a ball.
Good spot by Grayson. Big spot in the game right here. Base hit, probably brings in 2. Getting out, come hit.
Grayson's just got to bear down and get the batter at this point. That ball's low for a ball. It's now 2-0. Giordano. And there's a shot of the runners at second and third base. The Pirates have almost batted around this inning. And a 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count now 2-1 to Giordano. Again, he could blow this one open, to your point, Mike. One swing of the bat.
Outfield playing him pretty straight away here.
And that 2-1 pitch gets away from Grayson just a bit. It's now 3-1. Top of the fourth inning. 3 runs across for the Pirates so far.
Will had a big
Ready for
strikeout
more.
earlier this inning where he came from 3-0 back.
And the 3-1 pitch is high for a ball. The bases are now loaded for Ryan Manning.
That's the first pitch out where he left it up a little and maybe showing a little bit of signs of being tired. That was a little elevated.
There's the first base coach, Bubba Mannery. Fortunately for the Cedar Creek Pirates, he's a better baseball coach than he is fantasy football player.
Yeah, it's self-admitted too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking to him before about his inability to
What was the name of his team again?
take his
Which one
fantasy,
was it?
the Spartans.
Spartans, that's
his,
right. Oh, that's
fantasy
right,
team,
Spartans. All right, Ryan Manning at the plate with the bases loaded. That first pitch is low and away for a ball.
Yeah, this is a dream scenario for Cedar Creek. Got bases loaded. You got Manning up. Exactly the guy you want up in this spot to really blow this thing open if you can. And conversely, see what Will Grayson's made of here. You got 2 outs. The game is still right there. Can I get out of this inning?
As Grayson winds in a 1-0 pitch. Over for a strike call at the letters.
It's a little elevated. You hope he doesn't keep something up there that Manning can get a hold of. But, hey, he'll take that strike call. Here's the thing now. 1-1, you throw something off speed and try to sneak one past Manning here.
Let's see what he does here. 1-1 pitch, a fastball low for a ball. Count 2-1 to Ryan Manning and nowhere to put him.
Remember, you take a look at bullpen for Oakcrest right now. They got nothing going, so they're telling
The ball, chopped to third. Kurtz throws across the diamond and gets him.
That's a heck of a play. I mean, that's catching a ball off hard concrete.
tough ground ball, takes the one hop. Look at that, right at him. Calmly throws across the diamond, and they get out of the inning. Good job by Grayson, settling in, not hitting the panic button to get out of that inning.
Pirates played 3 in the top of the fourth. We'll move to the bottom of the fourth. Your score 4-1.
We're here at the brand new RK Service Center. We've got to be super excited about all the things that are going on here at RK.
We are. We're super excited. We've been waiting this for a long time. We're very proud of this facility. We are hiring new technicians, so we're offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus. You can check with our managers in terms of the details on that. But along with that, we offer healthcare, dental, eye, 401k with a match, and on it goes.
No better place to look than right here at RK Auto Group.
RKAutogroup.com, but individually for each manufacturer would be myrkchevy.com, myrkkia.com, and myrksubaru.com.
Welcome back as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Pirates holding a 4-1 lead. Nathan Kennedy back on the mound in a more comfortable position he was in just an inning ago. Mike Gill.
Yeah, it's kind of a big inning there for Oakcrest as they got, Cedar Creek, they get 3 runs on the board there, but they get out of the inning. Bases loaded, top of the middle of the order. Grayson gets out of the jam there, so it keeps his Falcons with a chance to stay in this game. And, you know, you're one big hit away maybe.
Still plenty of baseball to play. A.J. Constantini leads it off for the Falcons of Oakcrest. Takes that one high and away for a ball.
Try to start grinding out some at-bats here. Make Kennedy start throwing some pitches.
That one's low and inside for a ball. It's 2-0. Constantini, Kurtz, and Petrangelo face Nathan Kennedy.
You got to be thinking, get to the bullpen if you're Oakcrest, right? Like, you got to get into Cedar Creek. Kennedy's been efficient. And as I say that, it looks like we have some Falcon bullpen action.
(3-0) to count to Constantini. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Low for a ball.
That's
so
what
a leadoff base runner.
I just said grind out at bat. Try to make him work a little bit more. He's had a lot of quick, efficient innings. And there you go.
And I'm sure Coach John Commander has been preaching this to these guys right now, is to just take pitches, only swing at something you know is in your wheelhouse. Mason Kurtz now steps to the plate. The runner at first base and nobody out. Kennedy goes over to first.
Kurtz, who made that play at the end of the inning, now has a chance to get himself on base. And there you go. You would have the tying run coming to the plate.
I'm laughing because I thought I saw a little peek back at the catcher.
By Kurtz? Yeah? All right. That one's chopped foul to the third base side. Count evens at 1-1 to Kurtz. Any relation to the Kurtz we know down in Buena area?
I don't believe so.
You don't think so? Okay.
Don't believe so.
You never know.
Well, if any relation to Jimmy Kurtz, he would have posted about it already.
That's true.
Knowing this game is going to be live streamed.
Swing and a miss. Big cut by Kurtz. No contact. Count now 1-2 to him. And a throw to first, not in time. Kennedy gets a sign from Kyle Jones. He checks the runner, and the 1-2 pitch popped behind us, and I didn't hear a bang, so we're good. You have to call the RK Auto Group
Well, they're actually hiring auto body technicians right now. $1,500 sign-on bonus, 401k, insurance. Man, Al, sounds like maybe it's a place you should put in an application.
Well, I think I will, actually.
Yeah, the broadcast thing's not going to work out for you.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
just looking at the comments for the people on
yeah?
YouTube right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like usual, can we mute Al's mic?
That's great. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Well,
I resemble that compliment as Kennedy goes back over to first, not in time.
Got to remind everybody watching, click the subscribe button. You'll be able to join us in the chat, say everything you want, good or bad about Al and I. It's usually bad.
Hit the like button, too.
Yeah.
Creates algorithms.
Nice pitch.
Takes it for strike 3 called as Kurtz goes down looking for the first out of the inning. Here it is again. Oh, nice pitch. Nice work by Kyle Jones, too. Would you agree?
Tough pitch. Good pitch.
Yeah, well, Kyle Jones did a nice job behind the dish.
He did.
That's the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Tony Petrangelo. Fastball's high and away for a ball. Petrangelo was hit by a pitch his last time up.
Yeah, see if you can try to get the lineup turned over here, too. You're down at the bottom of the lineup. Get that top of the order back up.
Swing and a miss on a high heater. Kennedy still showing some good velo.
Yeah, as you start to, we talked about trying to grind it out some at bats. He's still firing, man, and he's been around the plate pretty much all night. We talked about how many walks he had coming into the game, 14 and 17 innings.
Oh, nice breaking pitch.
Lord, that ball's on a yo-yo string.
Ooh. Kenny has a decent strikeout to walk ratio, 2-to-1. Obviously, want to see a little bit better. The 3, maybe more closer to 3-to-1.
Well, he's got, I think he had 30-plus strikeouts in 17 innings. I mean, he's really racking up the strikeouts, but he's walking about a guy an inning.
Yeah.
A little less than 1 an inning, but, 14 and 17 innings I think it was, so I'd like to lower that number a little bit. Strikeout is very impressive.
And Petrangelo hitting for Gunnar Smith in the DH spot here. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, and he goes down swinging for the second straight strikeout for Kennedy.
Yeah, and that is a pitch. He's got back-to-back strikeouts, one looking, one swinging. So he's starting to feel that pitch with that 2-strike count.
All right, now with 2 outs and a runner at first base, that'll bring up Will Grayson, who walked his last time up. And he laces that one for a base hit to right center field. So Grayson, a 2-out base runner.
First pitch swinging now, and he just attacked the fastball. You'll see here on the GameChanger replay. Pitch is a little up in the zone, and watch as he just takes it to right. Bang.
Oh, nice job. Stay right behind the baseball. Beautiful piece of hitting.
Just threw his hands at it, too. Didn't try to do anything crazy. Just threw the hands and hit it back up the middle. Hit it where his pitch. It was a little up and away. Took it that way, and now, worst case here, turn the lineup over. Looks like
it was Ben
they
Gehring.
got a runner.
Yeah.
So Owen Becker is going to come in and run for the pitcher, Will Grayson.
So, Mike Gill, I just saw a tweet from Mike McGarry. He said that Ocean City game, I don't know, it was a shutout. It was a combined no-hitter.
Oh, yeah, well, it said that he threw 6 2/3 no-hit.
Yeah.
I guess somebody pitched the
cleaned
last
it up,
out.
yeah.
You're wondering if he hit the pitch count or that he didn't pitch the last out in an 8-0 game?
Yeah, unless they're trying to.
Probably a pitch count, I would think.
Well, let's see. It's Tuesday. Perhaps they're thinking they might need him in a relief
They play
appearance.
Holy Spirit this week coming up later on in the week, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Ben Gehring.
Nice
It's a
piece
ball
of
to
hitting.
hole for a base hit. They're waving the runner around. No throw to home, and the run will score. And it's now a 4-2 ball game after a big hit by Ben Gehring.
Yeah, Gehring with a good piece of hitting as he goes to right field with it. I'll tell you what, if there was a good throw from right, the runner took a huge turn around third base there. If he had a good throw home, he may have been able to get him, but the throw just kind of comes rolling in. And Oakcrest now has a little something going. And we talked about get out of that inning, keep it 4-1. And now the bottom of the order generates that run, and they flip the lineup over and still have a chance to put some more on the board here with Julian Frank.
And back to the top of the order, to your point, Julian Frank at the plate, who walked his last time up, grounded out back to the pitcher to first, his first time. He takes that breaking pitch, a beautiful breaking pitch from Kennedy over for a strike call. And that one's fouled off the third base side. Frank wanted that one back. He bounced up, hopped up a couple times after that pitch. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. The Falcons looking to continue to push this threat as they try to climb back into this ball game. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, drop third strike. Going to try to throw it down to first, and they do not. As Kyle Jones has a challenge handling that last pitch. So safe all around.
Well, Frank, great awareness. He struck out, he swung, and he put his head down and took off down the first baseline. And Jones had a tough time finding where the ball was, and Frank just was, busting it down the line.
That was a track meet out of the box.
So the Falcons keep the pressure on. Bases are now loaded, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Adrian Firpo.
Yeah, and Firpo's the guy you want up here. He struck out last time, and he's probably saying, hey, I didn't do my job last time. I'm glad I got a chance for revenge here.
Takes a big cut at that breaking pitch from Kennedy and misses.
It's a big spot in this game right here, man.
And I like the way Kennedy's coming out with a breaking pitch, first pitch, with the bases loaded, and trusting his breaking pitch.
Well, and he knows this is Oakcrest's guy right here. And they got a guy to put in a plate. This is the guy they want. So he knows that, and he's not giving him a fastball right down the middle to start with.
There's the fastball, and he swings and misses that at that pitch. It's now 0-2.
Yeah, he's being a little over-aggressive, but you know what? With 2 outs, I like it. You're not going to sit there and try to take a pitch. You need to make something happen, realizing a base knock can tie this one up.
Fetcher at third place, playing tight to the line.
It's funny.
16 hits for Firpo. He leads the Falcons, so this is the guy in this spot that they want.
Right now he finds himself in the hole 0-2 to Nathan Kennedy. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out.
That was absolutely filthy.
The Falcons answer back. We're 1 in the bottom of the 4th, and you'll see Adrian Firpo go down on strikes. Nice. We'll be back at the top of the 5th. Your score 4-2 here on BFA.
All right, so
it's a perfect day for baseball and the perfect time to call our friends at Perfect Turf to get your yard in championship season form. That's right, Josh Walters and his team, the official landscapers of BFA Sports, are waiting for your call to tell you all about their spring mulch specials. So don't run out, grab those bags, grab the phone, call Josh and his team. They'll swing for the fences and make your yard look like the MVP.
4-2 here in the top of the 5th inning here at Underhill Park in Mays Landing, New Jersey.
Underhill.
What did I say, Dunhill? I don't know. I got Dunhill on the mind.
We had
Either way.
a fake town, now we got a fake park.
You're lucky I'm paying attention to you still.
I appreciate it, Mike. I resemble that compliment. Thank you so much. But anyway, so the Falcons down 4-1 this inning, come back with a run. They load the bases in a big spot for Firpo, and unfortunately he goes down swinging, Mike.
Well, and, Firpo had a chance to get them right back and tie the game up with a base hit there. But give the Falcons some credit. Bottom of the order manufactured a run. It keeps them in this game. It was 4-1. They could have easily gone 1-2-3. And you get the bottom of the order, comes up and gives them a run, keeps the game 4-2. Will Grayson's back out there for his 5th inning. See if he can hold them here. And they have the 3-4-5 coming up next inning.
And Grayson's only gotten touched a little bit in this baseball game. He hasn't gotten racked around. He's doing a real nice job on the mound. Showed a lot of poise in a lot of difficult situations. So tip of the cap to him. He's still got himself a baseball game he's pitching for.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Will Grayson, he's a sophomore. So Oakcrest has a guy for the next 2 years, the rest of this season, and the next 2 years. They got a guy. They got a guy that when you face Oakcrest, you're going to have a tough day. And, there's a lot of these guys that are popping up around the Cape Atlantic League. It seems like they haven't been popping around Oakcrest the last couple of years, but they seem like they have a nice little crew now. And They're doing a good job here tonight. And Will Grayson, a sophomore, he's saying, hey, now I'm a guy. I'm a guy that when you play Oakcrest and I'm on the mound, it's going to be a tough day to beat us.
Grayson will face the 4, 5, 6 hitters, John McCall, Sean O'Kane, and Kyle Jones here at the top of the 5th.
You know, a lot of these teams are hoarding all the guys. They got 3 and 4 and 5 of them on their team. You know, you got Duke McCarron throwing a no-hitter today, and it's like, hey, I'll throw Tommy Finnegan the next day. I mean, that's not fair. I mean, great kids, great programs. Ocean City, man. Love watching all them guys succeeding. Mainland.
Oh, nice
Will
breaking
Hoover
pitch.
pitched a great game yesterday for Mainland. He's a kid that's come such a long way, man. And he's pitching against Holy Spirit and it beats them 6-1.
Now Oakcrest trying to get their own staff put together, try to keep up with the competition in the area.
Man. It's hard. These guys, everybody's coming after them, trying to get them to play here, there, and everywhere, you know. EHT's building something. I know they lost today to the Prep, and they lost yesterday to Prep, but, man, they're in that game yesterday. Sweeney pitches a great game. They got just a really good program, EHT. It's
Sweeney, 12 strikeouts yesterday in that contest.
12 strikeouts against a team that literally the entire lineup is going to play college baseball. I mean,
and he only scattered 5 hits.
Yeah.
It was a really good outing by Justin Sweeney, the Rutgers commit.
So many good players, good stories. This area is filled with great baseball. But, you know, and we're doing a game like tonight where Oakcrest doesn't get the attention. Cedar Creek's been a really good program. They don't get as much attention as they should.
Yeah, Cedar Creek's always been a pretty good program, all the way through. That's every time I hear about Cedar Creek, they're usually, a team that's always there.
Yeah.
Fighting
Well, football gets plenty of love at Cedar Creek.
Yeah, and I mean, you know.
Shout out to Bo Melton.
Yeah, big shout out to Bo Melton.
It's a long trip out there.
Seattle Seahawks. That one's hit for a base hit to left field. So
call, man.
McCall leads off.
Might be a little
single.
Might be a little cold out here, but McCall's probably got some aluminum foil in that bat bag because that bat is hot. Just keeps on firing away here.
Yeah, he's 2 for 3 today. That'll bring up Sean O'Kane. O'Kane was hit by a pitch twice in this game so far.
Now, if he gets hit a third time here, are you thinking anything, or is it
I don't think third's a charm, actually. So
I'm coincidental.
I'm changing my cleats if that happens.
And the first pitch, O'Kane, and catches the inside corner to letters for a strike call.
Well, I mean, actually, no, I'll show you guys something. Have our guys stay with that shot. He's right on top of the plate. Look. So he likes to be that guy that's way up on top. Now he's going to bunt.
Drops a nice bunt right back to Grayson. Grayson goes to first base to get the runner.
All right.
And a sacrifice is good as McCall moves over to second base.
Some old school fundamental baseball.
I like it.
Will Grayson does a good job of getting off the mound, fielding his position, getting the out. But now Cedar Creek trying to get that run back. There's the chess piece. You get the run. Let me try to get that run back. So I tell everybody, I could watch a high school game from 10 and 1. I could watch them back to back to back. It's hard to do in the pros, man. That play doesn't exist. That play just doesn't exist in the pro game.
Not anymore.
I miss it.
Well, it's the chess
that type
match.
of baseball.
It's, it's why I don't like it's hard for me to watch these games with the DH, man. I got to be honest.
I got you. I hear you.
But I think that's the biggest difference with the Mets this year, right? I think you got a guy like Buck Showalter. He's very old school in that mentality, and they do. They play a lot of team baseball. They move a lot of runners late in the position, and those guys are buying in.
One of the things I talk about with Buck that impresses me, they are so prepared. They have every scenario mapped out. So before, they didn't know what to do in certain scenarios. You could tell they are so much more pre-game prepared.
Well, a guy that had an opportunity to learn from
ball hit down the line. That's going to give for a base hit. They're waving McCall home. He's going to score. And it's now a 5-2 ball game, courtesy of Kyle Jones' base hit down the line.
That throw got by the cutoff, man. It went all the way to the first base fence, and the runner advanced, too. So now they got another runner in scoring position.
You talk about Buck Showalter, and you look at your screen, 2:20 to none. Johnny Monell Jr. had an opportunity to play for Showalter, and he talked a lot about the mental lessons that he learned from playing in that system and just the approach to the game. So tip of the cap, and thanks to Johnny Monell Jr. Joined me on the broadcast yesterday. So he called his first ever home run. Hit a lot of home runs as a professional, but certainly a guy that over at 2:20 to none Baseball Academy. A lot of great lessons there. Great place to train your up-and-coming player.
Good piece of hitting, too. Gets that down the line, past the third baseman, run comes home. And then, the outfielder does a good job. He knows he's not getting the play at the plate, so he tries to throw the cutoff, man. He makes the right decision. He just throws it low, and it gets past, and then no backup on the backside. And the runner does a good job of reading that and taking off. So taking advantage of a miscue.
Another challenge of playing on a skin field. Very unforgiving when those balls come in down and dirty.
Big swing and a miss by Coppola.
Our home field is over in Ventnor, which if someone spits on it, it is flooded. So the other night, I get an email that says the field's underwater. It's Monday. Now it's 80 degrees out yesterday.
That's hit Sawfield to second.
Tough play.
Darrington's going to make a tough play, and he gets him over at first base for the second out.
It's one of those plays where it's just kind of in between everybody. You're not sure. So I get the email saying, the field is underwater. And I'm thinking it's 80 degrees out. I'm not wasting this day.
Right.
So we have two backup fields. One's in Margate, the other's in Brigantine. And I said, I won't play the game if I have to go to Brigantine to play on that skin field over there. I'd rather not play than play on the skin field.
Wasn't Brigantine actually known as the windiest city for a while there?
Yeah, it was
they
a
took
Jeopardy
over
question.
from Chicago. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yep. Chicago's called the Windy City, but Brigantine, most windy city in the country.
Brigantine's a great, great town.
Oh, it is.
I just don't like the skin infield.
That golf course still down there, Brigantine?
Yeah,
golf
Brigantine
links.
Links. I'm actually not sure if the bases on that field are actually 90 feet. I think they're like 94.
We could ask our buddy Mel Cordelesa and the Ernest & Son Old Fashioned Butcher Shop. That's a Brigantine icon place.
He's going to go measure it for us?
Probably.
Like with hoagies?
Got a laser.
He's going to lay
laser
sandwiches
measure.
down the first baseline.
Jason Fetro at the plate with 2 outs and an 0-2 count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside for a ball.
Well, Mel's not one to take a lot of walks, so I'm thinking that if it was more than 90 feet, he'd be able to tell us that right away.
All my kids were like, this base pass seemed long. I said, either that or you're really slow. Well, it's funny because 2 years ago I had a coach who said, I'm not playing over there. The bases are too long. And I said, come on, man.
Ball hit up the middle. Knocked down by Grayson. Right to Gehring.
Oh, he pulled him off the bag.
Pulled off the bag.
That's a costly one.
That's a tough one as another run scores for the Pirates.
Yeah, see it here on the GameChanger instant replay.
Yeah, Grayson gets a glove on it, changes the direction just a little bit, but the throw you got to make.
Yeah, he did rush. It looks like it kind of left his hand funny. So
I think, the ball kind of changed his trajectory, and when he fielded, I think he felt like he had to rush it because he changed.
Threw him off his rhythm a little bit, So Anthony Letizia now steps to the plate with another run across for the Pirates. He takes that one over for a strike call.
In the margin of error, Cedar Creek's a very good team. You can't give those outs up. You just can't give those plays away. You get a ground ball to second to get out of an inning. Got to have that play if you want to get a win like that. Nice pitch.
Real nice breaking pitch from Grayson. Over for a strike call. Count now 0-2 to Letizia.
I thought you had a guest here on the behind us, but she moved out of the way.
Who, my niece? Emma? Yeah?
I think your sister.
Oh, my sister's here. All right. Yeah, pitch is low and away for a ball. Count now 1-2 to Anthony Letizia. Top of the 5th, 2 runs across for the Pirates as they answer back the Falcons, who picked up 1 in the bottom of the 4th.
I will say from experience of playing here, I can't imagine these dugouts are equipped to house a varsity baseball team.
No, all their bags are lined up behind the fence.
They are snug inside that little dugout.
They're warm at least right now.
I'm freezing. Well, the Pirates played 2 in the top of the 5th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th with your score 6-2 here on BFA Sports.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
Where are they? They close.
Back here at Underhill Park in Mays Landing, New Jersey. I could have shut your microphone off, but I didn't want to do that to you.
You'd probably love to mute me, but that's okay.
Al Fisher's here for the family reunion. So his sister Lori Robinson just came into the booth.
My nieces and nephews went. My niece still goes to Oakcrest right now. My nephews both played baseball here at Oakcrest. One graduated college a couple years ago, Maddie, and then actually Drew is in college now. Yeah. So a long lineage here at Oakcrest.
Maddie, a graduate of Monmouth University, correct?
Yes, Monmouth University.
But your sister was just talking about a lot of people at home watching, thankful for the coverage tonight.
Yeah, they said that they wished I was not calling the game. They need to get somebody else in.
Yeah, it's 2 of us.
I figured that.
Sugar Hill Sub Shop was disappointed that you actually got here early.
I'm disappointed.
It would have been a record night for them.
I needed to get here a little bit earlier so I could actually buy a hoagie from Sugar Hill. Their hoagies are absolutely unbelievable.
They were on the Mike Gill place to have a sub list there, if I'm not mistaken. One of the top places in New Jersey.
Regular. Although I go
Italian
cheesesteak there.
Italian?
Yeah, regular.
You want regular?
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
The regular and Italian are not the same. You talking about regular American?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought we were saying American and regular are the same thing.
Italian and regular, same thing.
Okay.
It's South Jersey.
I've always called it an Italian. There's Italian and American.
Yeah, walk into Sacco's and say Italian and see what happens.
I will.
Walk into the White House.
What are you going to do? Not.
Walk into the White House and say, I'm an Italian, see what happens.
Regular. I never heard that. All the years I've been Italian, and that's been pretty much all of them.
Different regions, man.
All right. Well, people from Vineland, they're a little different.
It's 856.
They're a little bit, yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm originally a 609. That ball's hit the second. And a 4-3 put out is good.
Nice work.
John McCall fields his position well for the first out of the inning.
Kennedy's still dealing. That's a nice pitch. Thompson gets jammed a little. He's beaten 2 hard to second base.
Ooh, and that wind is picking up just a little bit. Feels good.
It's starting to sail in like a pirate.
Let me ask you guys, because this is a big, debate, and I'm on the side that's typically the minority side. I prefer the Atlantic City style cheesesteak over the Philadelphia cheesesteak.
Because of the bread.
Correct.
And I do too.
Ooh.
I do too.
You know what?
I do too. And Mike, I'd rather disagree with you, but I agree with you wholeheartedly. That ball's ripped to left field for a base hit. Gavin Healy tries to get things going for the Falcons here in the bottom of the 5th.
First pitch swinging.
Well, that's a very unique question. So I'm going to tell you, I like my regular on the Atlantic City bread. I like the cheesesteak on Lissio's. Not just soft bread, but it has to be the Lissio's bread.
We were up in Philly.
Yeah, but I thought Philly cheesesteaks were more with the sauce.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't want that.
The soft bread.
Yeah, it's the bread. You can any cheese.
We were up in Philly. We were at the crew races. And I said, well, why don't we stop at D'Alessandra's?
Oh, yeah. That's a good place up there.
But I ate the sandwich, and at the end I said, I still prefer.
Yeah, that's an Amoroso roll. That's different.
Bread.
Yeah, Atlantic City bread, by far, best bread that there is.
Well, I prefer the Southern Jersey-style cheesesteak over the Philadelphia-style cheesesteak.
So you're referring also then for the cheesesteak is up in Philly. A lot of times they give you like, they don't chop the meat up real fine.
No.
D'Alessandro's
does, yes.
But not all of them.
Yeah, you go to like Geno's or Pat's or.
It's just a slab.
They give you the slab of steak. I'm a Jim's guy.
Yeah.
When I go to Philly. In fact, I got a text from my college roommate today. I'm in Philly. Where should I go? Pat's or Geno's? I said, Jim's.
Jim's.
What? He's like, woo? I didn't know there was a
Take
Jim's.
C. And that 2-2 pitch is high for a ball to, I believe it's A.J. Constantini.
Yep. By the way, I'd go to Sugar Hill over all three of those places.
Sugar Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar Hill.
I agree.
Although, here's a foul.
What?
Oh, here
Doug
we
and
go.
Missy
Here we
come
go.
to our house, and they so kindly brought food from Sugar Hill, but brought a regular.
So
No, they brought
I'm trying to understand
a
what
turkey and a regular.
If you're having a gathering, the cold sandwich
No
stays
cheesesteak.
cold. If you go to cheesesteak, you got to eat it right away.
Yeah, and it would be eaten right away. If it was brought, it'd be gone.
was that this past weekend?
2 weekends ago.
2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
Well, it was this past weekend. You texted me. You knew I was down in South Carolina and you wanted me to come over.
No, it was 2 weekends ago.
Was it 2 weekends ago?
Yeah, it was 2 weekends
It was
ago.
2 weekends ago.
When
Like,
you
hey,
weren't-
Al, come on over.
when you weren't
Doug
in
just
South
told me you're in
Carolina.
South Carolina.
When you weren't in South Carolina and didn't respond.
I did so. I said I'd love to, but I'm in South Carolina. All right.
Nice.
So Constantini goes down swinging. The second out of the inning. That'll bring up Mason Kurtz. Takes that first pitch low for a ball. Kurtz struck out back in the fourth and flew out to center in the second. He's 0 for 2 today.
So Kennedy's got to be getting up there from a pitch count standpoint. Oakcrest keeping themselves just close enough to see what's left there in the bullpen.
But neither side has any bullpen action. So they're riding these guys.
Yeah, we'll have to double check the pitch count. See, if we're using the GameChanger app tonight, we'd be right on point how many pitches have been thrown.
Yeah, that GameChanger app, is that not fun to use? While we're calling a game,
Man.
right through.
Yeah,
You check-
yesterday I called the game, and I kept the GameChanger app going instead of the paper scorebook, which you guys are doing. And the stats that you get in real time, just, no pun intended, it changes the experience.
Changes the game.
Well, for like Jordan Sweeney, for example, he spread the 5 hits over, 6+ innings of work with 12 strikeouts. He was throwing 71% strikes. I mean, that's how you get into the 7th inning. But, again, give credit to the prep. I mean, they came up with big-time hits in big-time spots, but they weren't hitting them. But eventually you start to change the strategy if you know as the pitch count's going up. So a lot of these high school programs are using GameChanger instead of paper books, so they do know, and they tend to make different calls and changes from a personnel standpoint because they're getting stats in real time.
Yeah, and the cool part is we can actually stream through their app, and then you can pull the stats up while you're watching the game. So if you're watching on an iPad or on your phone, pretty crazy stuff.
So looking at the YouTube, the BFA Live Sports YouTube chat, Mayaline, it's really South Jersey when we argue about subs.
So which one does he prefer?
Yeah, which one do you prefer? And that pitch is inside for a ball.
If you would call the sub shop and say, I'll have an Italian hoagie, and I answered the phone, I'd hang up on you.
What?
How do you take your Italian hoagie?
What do you mean?
What
What?
do you put on your?
You
what do
heard
you
what
put
I
on
said.
your regular?
If he called the sub shop
You would,
and he said it,
if we called Sugar Hill, if they were still open because they're closed now, and you said, hey, I want an Italian, I guarantee they're not hanging up on you.
I said, if I was at the sub shop, when I worked at Sacco's, and if somebody said, I'll have an Italian hoagie, I'd say, you called the wrong place. This is a sub shop. Click.
Oh, boy.
And that one's on the inside corner for a strike call. Tony Petrangelo.
You lost a lot of business with me answering that phone.
Yeah, as I said, it was a short-lived position. Luckily for you, you've been on the radio for 15 years.
I worked there for about 15. I started there when I was about 12.
Good job by Kennedy. Now I'm really wondering what this pitch count is.
That pitch is fouled away. So you call it a regular hoagie, but I look on here, it says regular Italian. If it was just a regular, it would say regular. But it says regular Italian.
Yeah, so you would say, I'll have a regular sub.
No, it says regular Italian.
Yeah. It's a regular.
If I had a regular sub, they'd be like regular what?
Where are you
regular
looking?
turkey.
Where are you looking?
I'm looking at Sugar Hill.
I didn't tell you to look at Sugar Hill.
Well, there's a regular strikeout,
Yeah.
courtesy of Kennedy, to end another threat. He has been electric tonight.
Oh, nice pitch by Kennedy. That'll end the inning. Only one hit that inning. No runs. We'll go to the top of the sixth with your scores, 6-2.
We're here at the brand new RK Service Center. Got to be super excited about all the things that are going on here at RK.
We are. We're super excited. We've been waiting this for a long time. We're very proud of this facility. We are hiring new technicians, so we're offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus. You can check with our managers in terms of the details on that. But along with that, we offer healthcare, dental, eye, 401k with a match, and on it goes.
No better place to look than right here at RK Auto Group.
RKAutogroup.com, but individually for each manufacturer would be myrkchevy.com, myrkkia.com, and myrksubaru.com.
We move to the top of the sixth inning as Mike Gill is getting fresh on me here in the booth. The Pirates leading 6-2. Will Grayson back on the mound for some more work. He's done a nice job, Mike. Even though he's down 6-2.
Yeah, Grayson's done a really good job. He got into some troubles, wiggled out of it a few times. He's pitching some jams. Didn't get, some of the luck in the last inning. He had that error that led to a couple of runs. But for the most part, he has done a good job against a really good Cedar Creek lineup. And it seems to be his game. They have not had any bullpen action tonight.
And he's going to face the top of the order here in the top of the sixth inning with Nathan Kennedy, Michael Giordano, and Ryan Manning set to face him.
And a lot of times we talk about pitch counts. I'm not a huge fan of the pitch count. You don't want to overdo it.
Right.
But I'd rather see a kid go out and throw his, 100, 110 pitches, and that's it. Too many times you see somebody trying to, 50 today, 40 again.
Right. Trying to manage it. Trying to manage the pitch count.
Yeah, you try to manipulate that pitch count.
Right.
And just let a kid pitch a game. I said, we're talking about in the majors, the games are too long. I said, one of the problems with the game is too long is every game has 6 pitching changes.
Yeah.
At 5 minutes a change. You get 5-6 pitching changes at 5 minutes, a half an hour. Because why? Because a pitcher can't throw more than 60 pitches anymore.
Mike,
get the pitcher through the 6th inning and cut 20 minutes off the game.
Right. True that. So, listen, when I was watching baseball, and obviously I'm 11 years old, and you said you're 45?
Yeah.
So back in the 70s and 80s, guys were throwing complete games quite often. I mean, throwing 110, 115 pitches.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of unfortunate reasons why that hasn't happened anymore, but it's the way it is.
Unofficially, as we take a look at Kennedy as he's swinging the bat, we got him down for 90 pitches, and now Grayson approximately 93.
Wow.
So that's where your head-to-head pitch count is here, and so it looks like we're going to potentially see some action in a bullpen soon.
We do have bullpen action for Cedar Creek right now.
There's a ball laced up the box for a base hit as Kennedy leads off the sixth with a single.
We have bullpen action for Cedar Creek. It looks like Ryan Manning was warming up. He's coming up on deck here pretty soon. Oakcrest still nothing. Yeah, so I mean, Will's at 93-ish. Don't go. You don't need to be extreme and go 150, 140, but.
And what is that magic number, Ted? Is there a magic number that you say, hey, I mean, he's still throwing hard, as you can see here. He's got the velo. I mean, obviously, he's probably getting a little bit tired as he approaches pitch 100.
Yeah, I mean, he's a sophomore, so he's probably 16 years old. You know, probably feel like around 110, 120 in that range for him.
Squares a bunt. There's a throw over to second base. And Kennedy steals it on a close play. Actually, the ball got by the shortstop, Joe Thompson.
Yeah, it was a good shoot there behind the dish. Right on the money. Just left side of the bag.
Good jump by Kennedy.
You know, this is a Babe Ruth field, and you don't have a, well, you can kind of see it from the top end angle, but second base isn't exactly lined up right behind the pitcher's mound. It's not.
What's it supposed to? It's supposed to be. That one gets by, and Kennedy finds himself at third base as Firpo had a hard time handling that last pitch.
But it's one of those intricacies of this field. Anybody that's played here, anybody that's coached here, it's kind of well known. And when we got here to set up the shot out in center field, I was kind of laughing with our guys. I'm like, wow. I go, they haven't actually moved it. It's just, you just leave it as is, man.
Well, like Brigantine's 92 feet instead of 90. Every baseball field has its quirk.
Well, so I'm imagining it's about 88 feet between first and second, probably about 92 between second and third, where the bag's placed.
As long as it all adds up to 360, right? Is that all that matters? It's ball four as Giordano gets a base on balls. Now with runners at first and third, nobody out, and we're the three-hole hitter, Ryan Manning.
No bullpen action for Oakcrest. Manning came up in a big spot the last time he was up, grounded out to third. A lot of redemption opportunities in this game. Firpo has been up twice in some big spots. Now Manning.
He takes that first pitch over for a strike
A
call.
delayed steal there.
Well, nice. Defensive indifference.
Defensive indifference.
Well, now Campers.
Now you bring the infield in here. Doesn't look like
they got an open bag.
It's hard to tell if the infield's up on this dirt infield.
Oh, just missed him. He takes
You
that
would
one high and
think you
tight.
got to cut this run off. The shortstop's definitively back. The first baseman's back. I can't tell where that third baseman is. The third baseman's up, even with the bag.
Good shot there.
You have no chance for a double play ball. Why wouldn't you just kind of bring him in tight a little bit?
You're wondering if you're going to cut this run off at third or not.
That one gets away, but a short backstop.
Yeah, Joel Thompson is definitely back. The second baseman is in a little.
Grayson's well over 100 pitches now at this point.
Is it possible there's...
Well, 110 is the magic number.
Yep.
Can't go beyond that.
2-1 pitch. Low for a ball. It's 3-1.
I mean, unless they had somebody warming up in another area, you know, behind us is where Grayson warmed up to start. Now there's a ball that went flying. No, those kids are having a catch.
Hopefully warming up in a warm area because I'm a little chilly.
It's a little brisk.
Just a little bit. Grayson gets his sign from Firpo on a 3-1 pitch.
Ooh.
Oh, called strike. A little bit of a delayed call there.
Manning didn't seem to care for it too much.
Yeah. But it's 3-2. Full count nonetheless to Manning. Again, with runners at second and third and nobody out. Pirates look to put a couple more insurance runs here in the top of the sixth.
Yeah, Oakcrest is conceding a run up the middle here. They're up on the corners.
And the 3-2 pitch, breaking ball, laced foul.
Oh, boy.
I like that idea, though. He's got a base open over there, so he goes with an off-speed pitch. He had a strikeout on that same situation earlier. 3-2 deuce he threw. I'd almost throw it again here.
Well, could it be the Bunting Family Pharmacy bring it home play here of the game? Rip this one wide open because, you know, Joe Bunting and his team, Atlantic County, they bring the pharmacy home to you.
You bring the family to you, too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Breaking pitch, hit to the right side. It's going to score a run. And the put out is good. Nice play there by Ben Gehring to Gavin Healy. The Pirates put their 7th run on the board.
Manufacturing runs productive outs.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, even if the infield was in on that play, that ball wasn't hit hard enough. I don't know that he would have had a play at home.
Don't look now. But John McCall has been a terror with the baseball bat tonight.
He has. He's 2 for 3. The only blemish is that ground out double play back in the first.
And Grayson did throw a 3-2 deuce there that Manning just got a bat on, stuck it out, grounded it out. So good pitch, good piece of hitting there. And he started McCall off with he knows he's 2 for 3 with a couple of runs scored against him tonight.
He started him off with a breaking pitch he just missed. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Fastball. Gets away by Firpo, and the runner holds at third.
Oh, and by the way, since McCall is batting, the Young family is watching on his mom's side. Yeah, they definitely said it's a sub, and they definitely said it's a regular. That message got delivered to the booth.
Okay.
Doug, get it straight. So.
And that fastball just low,
Good
below
spot.
the knees for a ball, and a count now goes to 3-0 to McCall.
If I'm pitching, I want that one.
If I'm Coach Flannery, I'm giving him the green light. 1 out.
Yeah, he's hitting the ball. They're up
hitting the ball
7-2.
well.
Chance to really take advantage here.
There's a 3-0 pitch. And he was swinging as he fouls that one back and out of play.
Ryan Manning's warming up.
Healthy hack. John's dad, Bijo, a standout player at Absegami back in the day. Quite the crew.
It's Junior Mejia leading that program now. AC guy. He was a heck of a player, Junior. Jeez.
Like Doug.
Player?
Oh, he could hit.
Did you say player?
I was a different player.
Yeah.
Junior could hit, man. He could hit. Actually,
No,
he
it's-
played at
Yeah, my wife's not watching.
It doesn't,
That's
it doesn't
terrible.
end in ER, right? It's Playa. Player.
he played and won a national championship at the University of Tampa.
Yeah, Junior Mejia. My
That's what I
Kevin
just said.
Bacon there. My son's graduating there this weekend.
You would think I brought it up for a reason.
Yeah, well, you teed him up.
Yeah.
He's not really good at golf.
Nah.
No. That's why he teed it up, put it right on the tee, and no good. Nice breaking pitch there by Grayson.
Yeah, Grace is still
Still
dealing, man.
dealing,
I mean,
yep.
he's done a good job.
Sure
He's been
is.
around the plate, you know.
Coach Commander he's getting closer to the cutout in the fence. So I got to imagine
He hasn't
Grayson
had anybody warming up, though. I mean,
Well,
I
maybe
haven't
he's
seen a
gonna-
guy warming
he's
up.
got Brian
all
Manning.
time.
Chances are he's probably got to bring in a position
I mean,
player.
I get that, but I haven't seen anybody warm up at all. There was 2 guys having a catch, but nobody warming up.
That pitch is fouled straight back.
So he might be bringing someone in, but they haven't had any warm-ups yet.
Well, if
And I would,
you didn't see the tree fall in the woods, did it really fall?
All right.
I thought that was, it doesn't make a sound.
What?
If the tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound?
Right.
If you're not there, right?
I don't
Yes.
even know. We're just going down bad places.
It is going bad places. And McCall continues to battle here. Breaking pitch low and away for a ball, and he works a very well-earned walk.
Well, and Coach Commander making his way out to the hill as McCall takes his place over at first base. And this should be time for the premier orthopedic pitching change after a fantastic outing and a tip of the cap, Will Grayson.
Yeah, real nice job by Will Grayson, Mike. I'm sure you would agree.
Yeah,
The
Grace.
scoreboard doesn't say anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, some tough defense for him a little bit tonight. They made some plays behind him tonight, but, you know, here and there, he had a couple hit batsmen early in the game, but he wiggled himself out of a jam. Look, this is a good Cedar Creek team. They put the ball in play and made Oakcrest make plays, and, you know, they just didn't make all the plays so far. They're still in this game. I mean, if they can keep it right here, we'll see who they bring in this situation.
Looks like it's a, I don't want to say it's a bit of a debate, but
Maybe. Is it a debate?
It's not clear, I can tell you that much.
It's
It looks like Gunnar Smith is coming in from right field to pitch. So Gunnar Smith, who's the right fielder being DH for, he'll go to the mound.
All right, and it's going to go to Smith, and we are going to go to a break. Give him a chance to warm up. It's time for the premier orthopedic pitching change here on BFA.
Hi, my name is Dr. Robert Falconero from Premier Orthopedic Associates. I have been an orthopedic sports medicine specialist for the past 30 years. I am also the head basketball coach at Bishop Eustace Prep, a former player and a former patient. I have seen orthopedic sports medicine from all sides. I would like to talk to you today about a common injury known as the ankle sprain. This occurs when the foot is rolled inward and an injury occurs to the lateral or outside aspect of the ankle. During this process, the tendons are stretched, but more importantly, the ligaments are injured or torn. The two major ligaments supporting the lateral side of the ankle are the anterior talofibular ligament and the calcaneofibular ligament. Injuries vary from mild stretching of the ligament to a complete tear of both ligaments. A clinical examination and x-ray studies help determine the severity of the injury and the possible need for an MRI. Treatment usually consists of some form of bracing and rehabilitation. However, it is very important that the initial treatment to the injury is carried out appropriately. Immediate ice, elevation, and compressive dressing helps decrease the amount of swelling. Anti-inflammatory medication also helps decrease swelling and pain. This should be instituted with the appropriate supervision of a physician. Waiting to initiate the initial treatment usually results in increased swelling and delays the ability to return to the basketball court. Following an ankle sprain, immediate evaluation by an orthopedic surgeon and instituting immediate treatment is vital. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we will see your student athlete within 24 hours. Premier Orthopedics is a large group of orthopedic surgeons and specialists with 9 locations located throughout South Jersey. If you have the opportunity to see me in the office, be ready to discuss some basketball.
All right, Gunnar Smith on the mound coming in from right field to relieve Will Grayson. Sophomore, not a lot of innings under his belt, so probably has a nice fresh arm. Only 5 innings so far this year. And the first pitch is high for a ball to Sean O'Kane.
And taking the open bag. That's where you just got to focus in there. You come in this spot, you want to try to get ahead, throw some strikes.
And that pitch is outside for a ball. It's now 2-0. O'Kane sacrificed in the 5th, was hit by a pitch in the 4th, hit by a pitch in the 2nd. And that pitch is low and away for a ball. It's now 3-0.
5 and a third for Grayson. 8 hits, 6 runs, and 4 strikeouts for Grayson. He's over at third now, by the way.
That pitch is low for a ball. He walked him on 4 pitches.
Well, not the start he was probably looking for. But if you happen to be looking for a change in career, our friends at the RK Auto Group, Delsey Drive in Vineland, RK Chevrolet, Kia, and Subaru, offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus, looking for service and body shop techs. So reach out to Jim G and the squad, rkautogroup.com.
Great place to work. They offer everything, 401k, PTO, right?
PTO, yeah, vacation time. Not something you're familiar with.
No, I don't even know what vacation is. That pitch is fouled straight back.
Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. You'll get alerted anytime we go live. And as we look on the BFA calendar, quite a few night games coming up as we get towards the tail end of May, like this one.
And Kyle Jones gets hit by a pitch. Actually, he's 2 for 2 today, 2 singles. But now finds himself at first base. The run scores. And it's now 8-2 in favor of the Pirates.
Yeah, tough spot to bring a guy who hasn't pitched all that much in, Gunnar Smith, and you put him in a really tough situation, and, you know, this is where a game can kind of get from you.
The other cool part is I'm getting a lot of text and well wishes, and hearing a lot of little league age kids are tuning in for this one, catching a little bit of this high school contest. So shout out to Eric Allen and the family, part of the ASAC organization over there in Absecon. He and his wife Kelsey do a lot of good work over there. Both his sons heavily involved in swinging the bat for Absecon.
Speaking of swinging the bat, Christian Capola had a big RBI double. And here comes a runner. He was running on the pitch, and he's going to score. McCall, aggressive on the base paths, was going on the pitch.
You got to get a good read. You say it like, hey, read that, and if you hesitate, you got to stop. But no hesitation. Read it really well. You saw him slide in there with no play.
Yeah, he definitely didn't get that speed from his dad. His mom, Chrissy, though, she was a heck of an athlete at Holy Spirit, especially on the field hockey field and the basketball court. Woo, two-sport athlete.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where the speed came from. Let's just be real about that.
Would Mr. McCall agree with that?
Yeah, he definitely would.
He would?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Christian Capola draws a walk. And that'll bring up Jason Fetro. Who's 1 for 3 today, reached on an error. Struck out looking, and had an RBI single. Takes that first pitch over for a strike. Is there a thermostat around here? You can maybe warm this place up, because I'm just a tidbit chilly.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Did Mike step out of the booth? Did he step out?
He's in a trance.
He's in a trance?
Yeah.
Is he having a sugar crash or something?
He's actually thinking about the days that he hit the grand slam and the 3-run home run here in Mays Landing, going back in time.
Counting out 2-1 to Jason Fetro. 2-1 pitch. Over for a strike call. Evens up at 2-2. Again, still only 1 out.
Yeah,
Bases loaded.
Kennedy
Sorry, Mike.
throwing himself a little bullpen back here to keep himself warm now. Got a 9-2 lead. Oh.
There's a ball lifted to left field. Not hit deep, but deep enough to probably score a run. And he tags, and they will cross the plate. The Pirates' 10th run.
It sounded loud coming off the bat.
It's the high fly ball. Gets it in the air, gets a little run home. Little sack fly.
Nice piece of hitting by Fetro. Very effective at bat. The Pirates now hold an 8-run lead here in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, you know, if you're watching and you just tuned in, or you know you came in late, this is a good game for basically up to this inning. This is a close game leading into this inning. Will Grayson started, pitched really well. Oakcrest was kind of hanging around. They got the first run. Then they were down 4-1. They made it 4-2. They just haven't been able to get that big hit. They had a couple of innings with runners on base. They left them out there.
Yeah, I think you'd agree walks have hurt the Falcons this inning.
This particular inning, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that one inning, I think it was back in the 4th where they left the bases loaded. That was the one that hurt.
This ball ripped to short. Thompson gets the force at second. That will end the inning, but not before the Pirates plate 4 here in the top of the 6th. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th with your score 10-2. Favor of the Pirates here on BFA.
Hi, I'm Joe Bunning from Bunning Family Pharmacy. We're so proud to once again be able to bring the best in high school athletics to you. Once again, partnering up with BFA Productions, and we're giving you that virtual front row seat at home. Thank you so much, and enjoy the game.
That again.
Hey, look, it's a family reunion here on BFA. Guys, right here is the camera.
Yeah, the camera's over here. You
We
can wait over here.
Got Matt and Lori Robinson, and I can't believe they actually admit that they're related to you.
They don't. They actually have. They tried to change their last names. They actually try to wipe out any type of relationship with me.
Wouldn't be the first time, certainly not the last. You're
Fine.
infamous. You're infamous.
Yeah, infamous is the word, not
Yeah.
famous. Absolutely,
Yeah.
you're right.
I still love you, man.
Do you really?
Yeah, even though you didn't bring me any Bud Light. I mean,
I was supposed to bring you Bud Light.
it's Tuesday night. I mean, under the lights, a little bit of adult spring water for after the game. Of course, I'm not condoning it during.
Oh,
but
Mike Gill rolled in late. He could have actually brought the 12-pack for us tonight, but unfortunately.
well.
But hey, we got baseball nonetheless. It's a 10-2 baseball game, favor of the Pirates. Mike, big inning for the Pirates last inning. A lot of walks that kind of put them in a bad. Put the Falcons in a
and
bad
we
spot.
talked about Oakcrest in the situation. Will Grayson pitched a good game, but this is where Oakcrest. You're trying to build a program. You got to, build that depth behind your number one guy. And, Will pitched a good game. You come in and, you bring in Gunnar Smith, a kid who hasn't pitched all that much, and it's cold out. And quite frankly, I'm not sure.
You finally admitted it's cold out.
It's cold out for a lot of people. I'm not the one complaining.
Well, it's
apparently it's cold for others. I'm assuming it's cold for him standing out in right field, by the way, all game. And I didn't see him warm up at all.
No, he did not warm up at all. He had a few warm tosses.
Kennedy unofficially 90 pitches as we start this frame.
10-2 ball game, and I guess it's like, hey, this is your game this week. Go pitch your game.
And you said the magic number is
110?
110? That's what I was asking. Same thing.
Yeah, you can max out one game at 110.
Go get your 110 because we're not going to use you the rest of the week.
And that'll help right there as a ground ball to short. Letizia over to first. And a nice job holding the bang is Sean O'Kane. Oh, bag, Sean O'Kane, I should say. 4 to 6-3 put out.
What do you get, 150 in a week?
Yes. And then there's obviously a certain day's rest in between. But in a single serving, 110. You can go 110.
Yeah, so let him get his 110 and say, hey, you did your job this week.
Well, 2 pitches, 1 out. That'll bring up Ben Gehring.
Gehring with a big spot. A big at-bat earlier, drove in those 2 runs for the Falcons.
You guys are out at a lot of these games. You know what I notice as I watch more baseball games at this level? This kid's pitching primarily out of the stretch.
We've mentioned that a few times.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's just more of a comfort level for him, going through a windup.
It's
a simple move out of the stretch.
I see a lot more and more that kids are pitching primarily out of the stretch.
Oh, nice pitch, swing and a miss, and it's going to be a tough play there for Kennedy as he throws the first. Look at a nice job from the knees.
That's a heck of a strikeout right there.
Wow, drop third strike. Kennedy says, I'm going to help you out there, Kyle Jones.
How many times have you seen a strikeout 1-3?
What an athletic play. That was a great athletic play.
Has there ever been one recorded?
Have you ever seen a 1-3 strikeout?
No.
I've never seen one.
The
I know
chances of it happening are,
unbelievable.
All right, Julian Frank is
I wrote that in my book. I said, wait, K1? Does that even make sense? And yes,
doesn't.
I still have a flawless book here, boys.
A first on BFA.
It's the Bob Carpenter broadcasting book. You're not a fan of it, but you're using it tonight.
I had no choice. I didn't know I was calling a game tonight. I didn't bring my my gear.
Oh, so when you called Doug and he acted all surprised, it was actually an act?
What? No, it was
just
real.
It was
he
real?
Said he didn't know he was calling
live
the game.
or Memorex?
Oh, I was already at work when he asked. He said,
got
hey, there's a night game tonight if you want to join us. And
then
when I went to work, I didn't know there was a night game.
And then you guys operate out of the same response cycle. I send you guys a text or a phone call, and like 8.5 hours later, if I'm lucky, I get a response.
That pitch is high for a ball to Julian Frank.
I happen to be working all day.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, me too. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to go there.
I don't do anything.
No. That 1-2 pitch is grounded to short. Another opportunity for Letizia. He goes across the diamond and he gets him. So an efficient inning for Nathan Kennedy. Looks like he's going to get to his 110. 1-2-3. Go to Falcons in the bottom of the 6th. We'll go to the top of the 7th with your score, 10-2.
It's a perfect day for baseball and the perfect time to call our friends at Perfect Turf to get your yard in championship season form. That's right, Josh Walters and his team, the official landscapers of BFA Sports, are waiting for your call to tell you all about their spring mulch specials. So don't run out and grab those bags. Grab the phone, call Josh and his team. They'll swing for the fences and make your yard look like the MVP.
All right, we move to the final inning. Here in a game, it's 10-2, favor the Pirates over the Oakcrest Falcons. They got Gunnar Smith on the mound.
Yeah, he came in relief last inning. Struggled a little bit, but now that he got a chance to get his first full inning of work here, see if he can settle back into this game. Cedar Creek, by the way, Latisse head short. That's a shortstop right there.
Yeah. He looks the part, he plays the part, right?
The release, the exchange is just lightning, man. It's so hard to find somebody. We always say, come through the ball and follow the throw. Mm-hmm. Come through the ball, come through the ball, come through the ball. And it's a lot of times, if you're not a shortstop, you don't get it.
Right.
That dude, he's a shortstop. He gets it. You see him field all in one motion, come up through the ball and follow the throw. That's why you see a guy in the majors, he feels that ball and comes up through. When the first baseman throws him to throw it around, he's around the pitcher's mound.
Right, he's already around the pitcher's route because he came through the ball. Right, exactly. Well, Letitia has himself a future. For the Pirates.
Ryan Manning warming up. He might close this thing out for Cedar Creek.
Kennedy still has some pitches left in the arm, but we'll see what happens. All right, so we move to the top of the sixth inning. Pirates at the plate. And leading off is the man of the hour, Nathan Kennedy.
Yeah, Nate Kennedy's pitched a really good game. Settled in, not overpowering. He's had some big strikeout numbers this year, but Oakcrest just put the ball in play on him tonight, and Cedar Creek has played some pretty good defense.
Yeah, Kennedy actually 2 for 4, actually 3 for 4 today. He's had hits the last 3 times up. He takes that one high and away for a ball. He has 2 doubles and a single.
Kennedy's one of them guys, just ball player, leads off, pitches,
Yeah, a true athlete. And the play he made last inning.
A strikeout 1-3.
Do not see that.
Strikeout 1-3. That's one for the books, man.
And it's funny, we said he's 3 for 4 today. The only out was a line out to second base.
Yeah, he opened
his first
the game.
Time up. Yep.
He opened the game with that.
And that's ball 4.
A little Ichiro style there.
So Gunnar Smith gives up a leadoff walk as Kennedy finds himself over to first. That'll bring up Michael Giordano.
Is Ichiro a reference that these kids don't get?
I don't think they would.
Pinch hitter coming up in this situation.
Yeah, as my, unfortunately.
24.
Yeah, the roster blew away, Doug. It blew away in this beautiful, gorgeous, Alex Diatilio. How'd I do? I think I got it. No, it's Diatilio. I think I got it.
Yeah. Al's pronunciations brought to you by Ernest & Sons Old Fashioned Butcher Shop in Brigantine.
Isn't that, okay, thank you.
It's 2 free plugs for Ernest & Sons.
Yeah. Hey, Mel, it's time to advertise here on BFA.
Be a good move if he did.
Oh, Al missed out on the 97.3 ESPN event for Slack Tide Brewing that Mel and Ernest & Son had been a sponsor of. Gave away a trip to an Eagles game, Al.
Nice.
An away game.
Really?
An away game.
Where?
You get to pick wherever you want to
pick everywhere. Really? Nice.
It's a draft day annual event where you get to draft which road game you want to go to on the day of the draft.
Really?
Yeah, Philly road trips?
Philly Sports Trips.
PhillySportsTrips.com.
They're doing a road trip to the British Open.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it in Scotland this year?
St. Andrews.
St. Andrews.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So much history.
Yep.
The home of golf.
Would love to go there.
Shoo. Me too. Me too. It's Jack's place. St. Andrews. Jack Nicklaus. Count now 3-2 to D'Attilio, right? Hopefully I said it right. The D'Attilio family will just blame it on Doug for not providing me pronunciations and phonetic spelling. That's all right. Teacher draws a walk.
I'm here to serve.
So back-to-back walks given by Gunnar Smith, and that'll bring up Ryan Manning.
Assistant coach Bubba Mannery over there. Certainly showing some prowess on the bases in his heyday.
Oh, yeah?
No, not even close.
Gunnar Smith is pitching against Ryan Manning. Not Ryan Manning, but they played basketball together at St. Vincent's. The other Ryan Manning. And Logan Manning just texted me that he's watching the game, so now he's seeing Ryan Manning get a hit off Gunnar Smith.
And it all comes together.
See how that all happened?
Yeah. Is Kevin Bacon around here anywhere?
I don't know, but I'd like to have a cheesesteak right now.
With some bacon.
Ooh, I don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah, right.
Cheesesteak and bacon?
Did I ever tell you this the story with a BFA broadcast late one night? Nothing else is open except for Wawa. So Al, with his physique that he has over there, decides that instead of eating a wrap with some buffalo chicken on it, that a container of pepperoni and cheese was a much better option.
That's keto, dude. That is keto.
Yeah,
that is keto.
It's much better for you. Yeah,
It is. Cheese and pepperoni is actually better than having bread.
Yeah.
Did you know that? As you guys are talking about bread, and I almost jumped on that, but I didn't.
I'm with you.
Yeah, thank you. You know that.
Anybody coming to you for their nutritionist lineup there?
Listen, Dylan Collins is on the mound, warming up right now for Oakcrest.
They should.
Well, it's time for another premier orthopedic pitching change here on BFA. Thanks to Dr. Dwyer and his teams with the 8 locations to serve you throughout South Jersey.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
All right, pitching change, as we mentioned before we went to the break. Dylan Collins on the mound for Oakcrest. And he inherits a little bit of a tough situation with the bases loaded. 2 walks by Gunnar Smith and then a single by Manning. And now he's got to face a tough hitter in John McCall.
Yeah, welcome in. Bases loaded, nobody outs. Try to get us out of this. Thank you very much.
And here's John McCall for you.
Yeah, McCall, who's been not only one of the hottest hitters in tonight's game, as Doug mentioned earlier, he's been one of the hottest hitters in South Jersey. So this is the spot where Dylan Collins is not only coming in with bases loaded, nobody out. He's facing one of the hottest bats in the area.
Give him a different look. Something to think about, but it doesn't seem like it's mattered much with all those hits that he has been collecting. He's done some damage against a lot of pitchers.
Collins in 24 pitches this year, so he hasn't thrown a whole heck of a lot either. So they've been going to their bullpen with some guys who haven't had a lot of innings in this game. And you never know, where the schedule is for them. They've got Wildwood coming up later on in Lower Cape May.
McCall, I'm sure, has raised his batting average quite a few points, 3 for 4, and he rips that one to short. Could be a double play ball to second, over to first, but not in time as McCall got down the line. And a run scores for the Pirates. It's now 11-2.
Put the ball in play. Good things will happen.
So fielder's choice RBI for McCall. Mrs. McCall, yeah, I guess that's where he gets the speed from, huh? He was flying down the line.
True story.
Sean O'Kane now steps to the plate with 1 out, runners at the corners. All right, we got Ethan Butterhoff Pinch hitting now for Cedar Creek. He pinches for Sean O'Kane. And he fouls that first pitch off the screen.
It's a reminder to our viewers out there, the next BFA broadcast will be a first-round Diamond Classic matchup as the Cherry Hill West Lions travel to Egg Harbor Township High School, a 6 versus 11 seed. Mike Gill, big fan of brackets. Not sure if you're going to fill out a Diamond Classic bracket for baseball.
Like that EHT team, I can tell you that much in the bracket. They are good. They got a lot of pitching, man.
Oh, I think that's what happened today. I think that game got a little bit away from them, and Coach Carmichael decided, well, we got a tournament to play for, so splitting 1-1, or I'm sorry, going 0-2 back-to-back. The unfortunate scenario there against St. Augustine. Battles for another day, and could it be St. Augustine's on one side of the Diamond Classic bracket, Egg Harbor Township's on the other? Could the moon and the stars align that they meet up at the end?
Have to check that bracket out.
Be a lot of energy in that game. That ball's hit through the wicket for a base hit. Gets by the right fielder. 1 run scores. And it's now a 12-2 ball game, favor of the Pirates.
Yeah, Healy, I think that one kind of ate him up a little bit there. He was playing up. I think Healy's in, and that ball just kind of shot past him.
Yeah, tough one there for the Falcons, as again, it's now a 10-run lead.
Well, Oakcrest still going to get a chance to get their
last
licks.
Last licks here.
We have another pinch hitter coming into the baseball game, I believe. It's Kyle Jones. That is Kyle Jones, number 26. Do apologize for that. And he rips that one to left field for a base hit. And another run scores, and it's now 13-2. So an RBI single for Kyle Jones.
First pitch swinging.
Still only one out. As Christian Coppola comes in. There's a ball lifted to center field, hit fairly deep, going back, and at the track makes the catch.
Julian Frank.
Wow, Julian Frank at the track, at the warning track, makes a great grab.
I can tell you our camera guy, Charles Hope, he was holding his breath because that ball was headed straight for the tripod.
He's very affectionate to his equipment.
Yeah, he loves that.
He talks to it. He talks to it.
He certainly loves it more than he loves you, Al. I know that.
Charles is looking at me.
And Coach Flannery looks like
I love you, tripod.
Some more changes. And we do have a look, Mike Gill, at the Diamond Classic bracket there. So there you are, St. Augustine and Paulsboro in the top left, Egg Harbor Township, Cherry Hill West in the right. So if Egg Harbor Township can advance, they would face probably Gloucester Catholic. We'll take a better look at that during the break. And give the fans that are watching kind of a breakdown of the Diamond. Already one game in the book, by the way, as North Burlington beat Haddonfield 5-2 earlier today.
Hit 4.
Do apologize. We do have looks like we have a pinch hitter at the plate, number 32. And my roster unfortunately blew away, so I do apologize. Hey, Justin Eifert.
Blew away into the night.
It blew away into the night.
4 Cape Atlantic League teams made it. You got St. Augustine, Ocean City, EHT, Mainland, right?
Yeah, Mainland taking on Lenape tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Initially, we thought it was going to be a Thursday game, but that's going to be a Wednesday tilt as they got to head up the road to Medford.
Eifert draws a forced pitch walk.
Has really had a nice season. I mean, last year, obviously, with Chase Petty and the hoopla every time he pitched and they played, but they've had a really good year, just kind of hanging under the radar.
I think there was a lot of debate about knowing that the bats of Mainland would still be good, if not better than last year. I think that's proven true, but it was, would they have the arms? But some unsung heroes and some guys that kind of were in the background as Petty went on a historic type of run. Will Hoover being one of them that you had mentioned.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
And Connor Cohen.
Cohen Cook. They called up Finn Haynes, who was a freshman, a lefty, who pitched against Cumberland the other day. And I'm telling you, man, he is going to be a name you're going to be hearing about. You remember this name there, Al Fisher, because I know you're not too smart. Finn Haynes, lefty. He is a guy who he'll probably be a top of the rotation guy for them. And I wouldn't be surprised, if we see a little bit more of him. In fact, I talked to him the other day because he said, I pitched against Cumberland his first varsity start. So they're getting him into the rotation now.
Good. All right, I'll try to remember the name. What was his name again? I forgot already. Say Finn Haynes?
It's a baseball name for sure.
Lefty. He's got a knuckleball for a lefty. I mean, he throws hard.
Nice.
He's got to be throwing, low to mid-80s for a lefty freshman.
Low to mid-80s lefty freshman with a knuckleball.
I'm telling you, he's nasty. There's a lot of young, nasty pitchers out there, man. You see.
And a foul tip squeeze. Gets Eifert going out and swinging.
Let's stay right here. We can take a quick look at the Diamond Classic bracket since those games are underway. I mentioned North Burlington beating Haddonfield today 5-2. You just teed up Mainland and Lenape, but kind of going back to the right side of that bracket.
Good one.
Buna, by the way, not Ocean City.
Yeah, so
the fourth team in the.
Yes, you're right. So Buna, and again, they beat the teams that they rightfully should have beaten. Got themselves a automatic bid out of the Cape.
Saw a lot of people asking, why not St. Joe's? Why not, back and forth? Can't put everybody in, man.
Well, there's 10 automatic bids based on certain conferences. The Cape Atlantic obviously has a pair of auto bids, and then you got a team like St. Augustine and Egg Harbor Township, and it's like, okay, well, that kind of makes a whole lot of sense. But some really good matchups. I like the 5 versus 12, like an NCAA bracket. Shawnee and Pittman, Coach Hopley and the troops up in Pittman have had themselves a really good season, and they actually had a good matchup against Buna just last week. Kingsway, kind of a unforeseen force as of late. They're in the 4 seed against Maple Shade. I think they should have their way with them. But then, of course, the 8 and 9 is going to be a good one. Cherokee and Delran, and I believe that tilt is scheduled to go off on Thursday as Cherokee actually fell to Eustis. But Don Patrizzi, 3 for 3 with a home run today.
Oof. What a beast.
Yeah, Patrizzi is a good one.
Ryan Manning pitching.
Yeah, Ryan Manning on the mound in relief of Nathan Kennedy.
He's
Who
3
did
outs.
a real nice job. Probably pitched close to 100 pitches tonight, I would say.
Well, he got his money's worth on this outing.
So Manning will face Adrian Firpo, Joel Thompson, and Gavin Healy.
And the Mike Gill household has come alive as Ryan and Logan Manning cheering on a fellow Manning, but no relation.
Nope.
That pitch is fouled back.
That's final 3 outs he's trying to pick up here. Now, this is interesting. He's got an outfield mitt pitching.
That ball's chopped to short. Letizia, gets through. And
how about the hard
Firpo.
90? How about the hard 90 from Firpo?
Especially down 13-2. I mean, I hope a coach takes notice of that.
Oh.
Down 13-2. He's charging down the first baseline.
I mentioned the Allen boys, CJ and Declan, checking out that kind of hustle late in the game. Of course, you know, Epseekin wearing that royal blue and white in their own right, but that's a lesson to be learned. FERPA going to be a pretty good addition to a collegiate program. I can just feel it.
Joel Thompson at the plate. Takes first pitch over for a strike call. And last chance for the Falcons. Down 11 here in the bottom of the 7th with a runner on first and nobody out. There goes Furpo. Running down 11 runs. I like it. Staying aggressive.
Well, we mentioned it before. Well, maybe we didn't, but there's literally hundreds of college coaches that subscribe to our channel, watch a lot of video, and when you're a team that maybe doesn't get the exposure you're always looking for, I mean, hey, credit to Furpo.
Yeah.
He knows the cameras are moving, and he's going to show coaches exactly the kind of player that he is.
Furpo finds himself at second base. Again, nobody out. There he goes again. Look at this young man getting after. I love it.
Team needed a catcher. He becomes a catcher.
Volunteered.
Team
leader.
Yeah, I mean,
leader.
He's a guy that college coaches want. You know, super athletic, proven he can play at multiple positions, and so you recruit him, and he could solve multiple position needs in one player. That's big.
Ball's chopped first base side, foul.
Hope he gets the look.
Joel's hit two really hard ground balls to short. He had that bunt early that got Oakcrest on the board first. He's due for a hit here. See if he can find something on that right side.
Swing and a miss on the foul tip. Good squeeze there by Kyle Jones. The first out of the inning.
He made that an uncomfortable swing.
Looked like he was fooled a little.
So with one down and Furpo at third, that'll bring up Gavin Healy to try to push the run across. Healy 1 for 3 today. Takes that first pitch low and away for a ball. Had a single back in the 5th. Flew out to right in the 3rd and popped out to the pitcher in the 1st. And he did go. So count evens up 1-1.
Want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors who make our broadcast possible and bring it to everyone out there for absolute free. And not many things that you can say out there that are just that way, but the good people at RK Chevrolet, Kia and Subaru, Jim G and his team, Johnny Bedell Jr., 220 Second to None Academy, heavy hitters, Harry Rodriguez and his crew out in Pittsgrove, Perfect Turf Landscaping, ClosePointUSA.com, Dr. Dwyer and his squad at Premier Orthopedics. You know, and that's just to name really a few, but again, they've supported us in all of our endeavors, and it's kind of rare that we get a chance on the air to say as much. But we've come a long way in BFA, and it wouldn't be possible without great people and great businesses just like those to help us bring this type of coverage to you. And the shameless plug is, if you do have a business like Joe Bunning and the Bunning Family Pharmacy, as they bring the pharmacy home to you, we're more than happy to help bring home results for your business. So reach out to us, bfalivestream.com, or you can hit me up directly, Doug at bfaprod.com. Again, thanks to everybody for tuning in and watching, as we still have a pretty sizable audience in a ball game that is certainly a little bit farther along than most would have expected just 2 innings ago.
Yeah, the Pirates really opened it up in the last few innings, played at least 9 runs over the last 3.
It was a 4-2 game at one point.
Yeah, it sure was. It was a tight ball game. We mentioned it was a pitcher's duel, or a defensive duel. The pitchers were getting themselves out of trouble. Oh, and that one right back to Manning. That one, man, tough one right there.
Yeah, Matt's kid made a super athletic play out in center field, and that's you never want to see.
Yeah, you could tell because typically, you get hit like that, and the adrenaline at least has you go after the ball and make the play, and then you kind of feel like, oh my gosh, the adrenaline kind of gets sucked out of you. Watch this come right back at him, and then you'll see his reaction here as that ball's hit right on the money, and it hits him right under the – he got the wind just knocked right out of him. I mean, it hit him under the rib cage there, and he couldn't even really make an attempt to go after the ball. But typically you'll see somebody, when you get hit like that, you'll see them run right after the ball, and then afterwards it's like, oh, now it's settling in. That one got him right under the rib cage.
That definitely smarted pretty bad for him to just pull right up.
Looks like they're going to make a pitching change here.
Yeah.
Trainer giving him some attention. Seems to be in
I think he might have
good
just got
spirits.
Maybe not the wind knocked out of him, but it hit him in a spot to where
he's not. He looks
he
like
got
he's good.
He got himself around.
Yeah, he's good. He's going to stay in.
Man, he's like, come on, man. I made a catch in the outfield, dove over the snow fence. You think I'm coming out?
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm even giving a hand here. He took one right in the rib cage. That was a tough hit.
I'm glad he got a hand from you because you never give us a hand.
Wow.
Well, I'm elderly according to some of the people at work now. They like to consider.
Are you?
Yeah, they're saying I'm elderly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bobby Labriola. We had a big discussion today about elderly.
You qualified?
No, I'm not qualified.
You got your double ARP card? You're qualified for that.
I am qualified for that. That's probably the only thing I'm qualified to do.
Well,
would you agree with
if you have to be a qualified service or auto body shop tech, RK Chevrolet, Kia, and Subaru, $1,500 signing bonus. I keep pushing you that way, but you want a great environment, change things up from a job standpoint, Al. Just saying.
Yeah, Jim's willing to do a $15,000 bonus. I'll do it. Pitch is over for a strike calls. Manning comes right back and throws a strike.
The night of the Summit basketball event that you weren't at.
Yeah, what? Where are you going? Where are you going with this?
So we had a picture, me,
I was at
Doug,
I was somewhere
Westcott,
else.
and Losey.
Oh, there's a ball ripped the center.
Oh,
nice play.
Little web gem action.
Oh, we missed it.
It was on the transition. This is what I love about the replay. Was it on the transition? Kennedy. Kennedy.
See,
Kenny took.
It's coming in.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's on the
That's on the transition. That's an out.
Oh,
But you said, oh, no, Kennedy what? He looked like he came up hurt? Something like that? The way
he's kind of holding his
yeah,
his
I saw
chin.
that.
Well, there's a runner at first, boys.
Wow.
So we take the picture. And then everybody said to me afterwards, why are you hanging out with all these elderly guys? Nobody had any hair.
Did they look right at Losey?
No, Westcott, Losey, and Doug. I said, I was the only one that had any hair.
I still have my hair.
So you're not elderly then.
Where was that at night?
Not invited.
Yeah, that's what it was. Lifted to right field, and a catch is made, and that'll do it. The Pirates hold off the Falcons 13-3 in 7 innings. And Mike Gill, what can you say?
Score not indicative. It was 4-2. No. Good game as you take a look at, the score 13-3, and you say, hey, man, Cedar Creek really dominated this game. Will Grayson pitched a good game. He kept them in the game. It was 4-2. And then, as that fifth inning came around, Cedar Creek started to get to him, and a couple defensive plays that probably should be made. And maybe we're playing a lot closer a game here, but Nate Kennedy pitched a really good game. In the end, it didn't feel like it, guys, but he had 8 strikeouts and really settled in after Oakcrest got that run in the first inning. He kind of shut them down.
Yeah, Kennedy had a filthy breaking ball that had a lot of the Falcons players off balance, and that's what kept him in the game.
Efficient outing. Pitch the contact, trust your defense. They came up big. I mean, the skin infield didn't really become a factor too much into this game, but aggressive base running, mixture of small ball. Coach Flannery, that's a 4th consecutive win now for Cedar Creek. He's got to feel pretty happy that it was a complete team effort.
Yep. 10-5
good job
now
by
for
both these teams for putting this together.
Yep.
Yeah, we want to thank Coach Commander of the Oakcrest Falcons who hosted this event tonight, having us out here at Underhill Park. The Pirates, telling Al that he's a 0. I think that's what they just said. No, actually, they're putting their pirate hat on. I think that's what the deal is right there.
Oh, I really thought they were saying I was a 0.
Well, you're my hero at least, you know. All right. Well, that will do it. Another one is in the books. The next BFA live sports broadcast will be the Diamond Classic coverage coming up on Thursday, where we will be at Egg Harbor Township as the Eagles host the Cherry Hill West Lions. And that will do it, boys.
It will do it. I want to thank Ryan Schumacher, our producer tonight, the man on the camera, Charles Hope, and, of course, the other man on the camera, Nick Penza, over on third base side. And obviously, I'm Al Fisher.
I'm Doug Stasic.
And you are?
I'll be Mike Gill today.
You'll be Mike Gill. We can't wait to see you
play ball.